button. Let's do this. Fucking button. Let's do this.
Live or not? That's the problem.
Oh. Shit.
See, and that's the thing. That's why whenever you have a problem with an emu, you just punch it in the cloaca and it just kind of goes away.
Oh, that's a good point. As a paleontologist and somebody that studies dinosaurs,
He knows a
you
lot
do
about
just
cloaca.
just punch it in the cloaca.
Yeah, it solves most problems.
Yeah.
Have you recovered many cloaca in your journeys? Many dinosaur cloaca?
No, because
found
it's soft tissue, so it doesn't necessarily fossilize.
So I'm throwing a challenge flag on your expertise.
I've seen many cloaca by studying
All right, well,
reptiles
listen, I didn't ask
and
about your
birds.
personal life.
Well, no, because birds are dinosaurs. So, yeah.
All
All right.
Chuck, we're live.
Welcome, party people, to tonight's episode of A Sinner's Dream, Noir campaign where these
Emphasis on sinners.
apparently
Was
knowing all
cloaca
about the
talk.
cloaca. Let's get some of the easy stuff out of the way. Tonight's episode is brought to you by Foundry, best VTT out there. It's super flexible and available for anyone to just use. It's open source, so you can actually host it yourself off of your own computer. It has a huge mod community that you can get pretty much anything you want to customize your game down to a T. I mean, you can get dice, you can get new maps for free from really big names that make maps for people. You can get music modules, you can get level modules. I mean, it's all over the place. You can get anything you want to for Foundry and it'll work. It's fantastic. I mean, I have yet to find very many modules that I'm like, okay, this actually made the quality of life significantly better, because even just the vanilla version of Foundry is fantastic. It covers a variety of different tabletop role-playing games, not just D&D. In fact, I think it even covers multiple editions of D&D now. It handles Lancer, it handles Pathfinder 2nd edition, 1st edition, it handles vampire games. Anything you need to run a virtual tabletop for, they probably have the system in place. And the crazy part is that it's super cheap for a group of people. It's only $40. $40. Now then, the flip side of that though is that you have to host it yourself. The best place to do so is forge-vtt.com, the best hosting Foundry hosting place out there. They have a bazaar where they have people that sell their wares for you to add to your games, so you don't have to go hunting like some of us do for a variety of different modules or assets. I mean, they've got nodes all over the world. I think it's something like over 200 nodes available to connect to. So if you have friends in Australia, like some of my friends do, that play while they're in the US together at 3 o'clock in the morning, no latency issues on Foundry. It's fantastic. Brilliant. I use the world building tier. I know Jason uses the world building tier. It's only, I think, $12. Haven't even touched the storage that's available there. They allow you to put whatever you want to into their storage banks for you to use across all of your different games in Foundry. Let's see. Tonight's episode is also brought to you by Tabletop Audio, because we use a lot of tabletop audio across all of our games. If you really want to know the full list of music that I use, you can find me in our Discord and I can send you a list maybe one of these days if I'm not a lazy piece of shit. I mean, it's
I know there's one up there, right?
What?
There is a list. There is a list of at least the mods that I use.
Yeah, your mods are up there. I'm a lazy piece of shit and haven't put them anywhere.
I want to clarify.
So I'm just telling you, and that wasn't even mods, that was music. So
Look, Chuck is just desperate for interaction, so if you have to come to him to talk to him, then it's better for him.
yeah, if you actually ping me and say, hey, give me your shit, I will probably give it to you. It's pretty easy. You just gotta bug me a little bit because I'm a lazy piece of shit. Anyway,
I'm not shipping that.
Let's see what else. Tonight's episode, you can use your elf eggs every single episode. There's a couple things that we give away tonight. Every stream that we have a stream game, a Steam game that we give away, because you deserve a little bit of love for showing up in the first place for the disgustingness that is our streams, the absolute disrespect that you give yourself by showing up deserves some semblance of, repair. And so all it takes is a simple follow, gets you 300 elf eggs, and that's all it takes to get a Steam game. The other thing that we're doing is we give away a set of dice. This month's dice are basically the dark version of the Bifrost, because I definitely don't remember the name of that set of dice. And they're
Mystic
actually
Sigil.
Very pretty dice. I mean, go look them up on Dice Envy. They're fantastic. They're brilliant. It's great. Not only that, but this month, all of our proceeds that we have coming into -2 are going to a special organization near and dear to all of our hearts, the National Association of Mental Illness. Any subscriptions, any bits, any just donations that you want to give, we have a link somewhere. If somebody can give us a link in chat, that would be great. Everything monetary that we get from these streams is going to Nami. Not only that, but towards the end of the month, I want to say it's the 24th or the 26th, I am running a special charity 3-shot mini campaign that is all it's all for Nami. Like, that's all it is. That's all there is to it. I mean, we're even auctioning off a seat at that game for you to come and play with us. We've got a handful of people that want to play, and we wanted to give you guys a chance to come and play with us. So, highest bidder, you get to do that. The other part of that, though, is that you can also buy more dice giveaway entries to give to Nami. So you have more opportunities to actually get those dice. I'm fucking this one up now, JD. You want to take it from here, buddy, since you're not feeling great?
Well, and yes, thank you, Faulty, for bringing up the fact that I am still working under the weather. I appreciate that. Suffering for you.
He's got his +1 armor on, and he's still not making that save throw.
Yep. I find that much like all of my problems, it is best to ignore them and just work through them. So yeah, we are donating all month to the National Alliance on Mental Illness.
Alliance. I would say association.
Yeah. Not that I need the help. No, seriously. This is a charity that's very close to us. It's something that I've dealt with in my past. I'm sure many of the others are here. I've shared some stories on Twitter before, some of the issues that Ryan and I have had with some friends and family members in the past. In particular now with COVID kind of respiking and restrictions being lifted, it is a side effect of COVID that people don't talk about, and it's a lesser known one. Sometimes your friends get COVID and they begin a cycle of depression, and it is best to, one of the hardest things is identifying it and knowing how to get that person help, and getting family members to realize, hey, this person's not well. It's not that they're just behaving in a way that you don't appreciate. So Nami is very, very good at helping you if you find yourself in those circumstances. They certainly helped me. So please reach out to them, and honestly, anything you want to give to us in any form is always appreciated, but we're just going to be funneling it right to them. So that being said, if you use even if you buy dice through Dice Envy yourself this month, or if you guys just want to win it, you can either donate to win extra entries. Of course, we're going to be doing a bunch of giveaways for Chuck's game, and on top of that, we will be doing whatever the proceeds from this are, or anything you buy on Dice Envy with the code NEG2 will also be going to 10% of that will also be going to Nami as well. So that's about all we can do. So, whatever. Back to you, Chuck. Alien Way is the game we're giving away tonight. 2D platformer, Flappy Bird-esque. Mostly positive reviews, but the only one I read was not great. But it's, if you're into that kind of thing.
Mostly positive, but the only one I read was negative.
The bad one.
I swear, it's the only one up there. It says positive.
And he's like,
but
okay,
the only one written.
It's fine. It's fine. This
Well,
game
if
is shit.
that doesn't
It's
scream
fine.
Nick too, that's
Right?
Come on now.
Well,
It's
it was
rated as positive.
the
But
written
the only
review.
one
The
I
written
read
review
was
did give it a
negative.
2 out of 10, which had me right. I'm a sucker for synchronicity. So back to you, Chuck.
You'll notice that we are short a player tonight. Harold is actually going to be playing over at Jasper's Game Day with B-Dave tonight, so we're all very proud of him.
Another great charity.
Speaking
He's
of
okay.
another mental health charity.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jasper's Game Day.
Fantastic. But we're here, and I want to hear the radio recap, please.
You got it, dude.
We have to.
First aid for relief from headache is less than a cent a day, and you're absolutely.
We hope you have all answered your Christmas seal letter and use those Christmas seals on all your gifts and greeting cards.
It's a new day in Kasmar. The city is on the move. Our friendly frogman was asked to have tea. He also got his blowgun touched. Luckily, his friend Veda was able to save him some change. She also apparently is a fan of poetry, as she left some for Wilhelm. Is this a sign, Willie? Perhaps it is. Harold did some research and reached out to an old friend, and Mac disappeared. Someone used my voice and suggested sensitivity training. I wonder why. Let's find out tonight on A Sinner's Dream.
So, does anybody else?
You know,
wanna
a
give
great
me-
recap, but that did not give any information
Always the best ones.
whatsoever. Yeah.
What you got, Adelaide?
So a lot actually happened, like some really interesting stuff. Yeah, we went shopping, which was great. That was cool. Love shopping episodes. But mostly, we find out that Veda knows George through the hospital. And we run in with Mac and Veda, little Spider-Man GIF pointy action. But the big thing about George is that he may be in contact with the blue flame.
Streak.
Blue streak, thank you. That was wrong in my notes. So that's kind of weird. Don't know what that's about. But he seemed to know about the black box that we got sent by her. We're researching blue streak sightings. She takes people and they just disappear. Brent Hall was taken. Lots of phylactery philosophy, and then we meet up with
Not Brent Hall.
Yeah, Brent Hall.
Not
was
Brent
taken.
Hall.
Yeah, and now we're on a trip in our favorite train ship. That's it.
The train deal.
Oh, and Podrick's dead. So
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
too.
By the way,
But Flimsy still alive.
OG Flimsy. Yeah. But we don't know that.
Yeah, y'all aren't aware of that yet.
No,
So
just what's his name? Weatherford.
Just the important things, really. Flimsy's
Yeah.
alive.
We can have coffee again.
it's true, you can.
I mean,
Thank
is
you,
Pod
Paul.
dead?
That's exactly the
Yeah,
Pod's
reference I was
dead.
going for.
You have no idea.
Yeah, that's I said.
No.
It's the best part. It's the best stuff. I love
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can't just jump to conclusions without evidence.
it. That's-
Wait, is Brett Hall an actual NPC or is that a celebrity? And I just wrote that down for some reason.
No,
Yeah,
Brett
I-
Hall was an NPC.
Is that a-
I mean, you
okay.
guys. I don't think you guys ever met the guy,
Okay.
but he was on a list that.
He was on the Kasmar Blues hockey team.
Mm. I thought that was Brett Favre. Brett Hall is the
No,
Football
Brett
player?
Brett Hall was hockey. Brett Favre is football.
yes.
Yeah, with this Vane Gretzky.
Yes.
I just watched the Mets. That's all. That's all I know. That's it.
It's the Kasmar Mets. Yeah, they're having a.
Listen, we're the winningest right now. We're the winningest. Let's go.
Mhm.
So, Padraig, nowhere to be found. Harold, also nowhere to be found. As you guys all stand on the platform, getting ready to get onto the locomotive toward the mountain that stands outside of Kasmar. Wilhelm, you get a sending from Harold that just says, I've discovered something. I will share it with you whenever I see you. I will catch up with you.
That was a good Herald.
Yeah, I guess that is fine. We will go basis little problem ourselves, yeah?
There's no response.
I'm just leaning over to Pip. Just, have you ever been on a train? Did you remember your ticket?
Yeah, I've been on a
It's that
train
little
a
white
few times.
square that's got the orange tab on the end, and it says Ride 1.
All right.
Yeah,
well,
I got
Harold
my
is not
ticket.
coming.
I'll pull
Harold
out
is
a
not
stick.
coming. No one is surprised.
That's very odd. He loves the train. Our families once took a vacation up to the Alps.
It is just, but it's the trains. The train ships in Kasmar tend to run on time, but Harold never does. So this is a problem. Yes, a bit of dissonance.
That's true.
Why do you think I don't know how to ride a train?
Oh, Pip, is this your first time on a train?
Oh god.
It's the first time I've paid for it, but
I don't know why Beta just thinks he's a fucking idiot. Maybe she thinks he's a child for some reason. I don't know.
He's the shortest of all of us.
Small.
3 feet tall.
She's just oddly doting and comforting if you're just tiny.
You always think he's in costume. It's like, oh, he's dressed as a frog.
She's like, hold my hand while we cross the street. She's like, oh, mistake.
Perhaps it is the timbre of your voice. Yeah, it's
God.
childlike in its demeanor. Maybe can you try to lower it a bit? Get down into your chest like Mac does.
yeah, like this.
Hey now.
Actually,
This is
no.
how my
no,
grandfather
please, no,
sound.
No, please, actually, stop. Don't ever do that again. That is awful.
I was so ready.
Yeah. Mac just takes a couple steps to the side of the group, just like, nope, not necessarily with them.
It's
Alright.
okay. We can just hop on the train now.
As you guys all board the train, you find a few seats together with a table between the four of you. As the doors get closed shut, you guys begin making your way towards the mountain, and it's surreal and serene for those of you that haven't gone to the banking district very often. As you rush past the golden portion of downtown, the buildings streaking by, you can see what little bit of condensation from the rain kind of beginning to fade away. The streaks of water starting to already evaporate off the glass. As you push past into the countryside, is there anything you guys would like to handle with the hour long that you have before you get there?
I just kind of get into the zone, clean, polish the guns, check if they're loaded, unload them, check the action. Just that general thing. Not
Make
really
many
saying
people
much.
uncomfortable.
Oh yeah, I know.
And particularly while these people are uncomfortable, I am just taking note of anyone that is on the train that maybe is, despite the fact that Mac is loading and unloading a live ammunitions and this in close space, is perhaps paying a little too close of attention to us, or I guess in the circumstance, maybe not paying attention at all. Yeah.
Make a perception check.
First roll.
Don't tell me what to do.
I'll do what I want.
You're not the boss of me.
I do what I want.
That is a pretty good number. Yeah. 18.
So with an 18, as he is cleaning his guns and kind of looking around, you see a pair of twins, no more than maybe 10 years old, sitting in the road next to you all. Their parents just kind of watching you guys, glancing back and forth, but the twins are just in awe of the fact that he has a gun out on a train. And you can hear whispers of them going, Is he a bandit? We gonna get robbed? He's really big. He wears a hat too. And you can hear just like little shh, no, And as you kind of like glance up and around past that, you're kind of used to these little grumblings as Mac does these things in public somewhat often. Those that haven't caught on to the fact that he's doing this are those that are facing the other direction for the most part, maybe two tables down, 2 seats down. But those near vicinity have noticed, but none of them have said anything yet.
Okay, yeah, I think I will just continue to keep a casual eye on fellow travelers.
Okay.
Our fellow train ship patrons.
Ada is ordering a pot of tea for the table and quickly just bringing out a variety of snacks that she's shoved into her bag. just in case anyone gets hungry, It's quite expensive on the rail.
None of you got train passes?
Did you not buy a train ticket?
No, I got a train pass. I live way out in the, on the edge, so I usually take the train in when I don't drive.
Is the pass different than the ticket?
Yeah, you get, X number of rides a month, that kind of thing.
Oh, all right, cool. Interesting. Crazy, you guys pay money for this stuff,
Some of us aren't small enough to hang out on the roof.
What? Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. Hat would blow away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I start looking around, see if I know any of the stewards or anything like that.
Once you get past downtown, no.
Okay.
You do notice.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
You do notice that a lot of people, all of you notice that a lot of people are kind of bundled up a little bit more, wearing furs, pulling things out of bags from the overheads, and kind of like starting to bundle up a little bit.
Right, we're heading into the mountains. Duh.
Why are you cold?
Who, me? No.
I think, and Wilhelm will sort of because he's a little distracted, right? And as the tea gets delivered too, he looks down at it and looks at you, Adelaide, and kind of shocked for a minute. He's I'm sorry, Veda. A little surprised because he's not used to anyone else ordering tea. It's always some sort of alcoholic beverage, so his instinct is immediately to say no, but take some. Thank you. So Pip, what are we expecting here? I think.
Well, I'm expecting to die.
Good.
Hopefully they'll let y'all live.
What exactly? Why would you suspect that? Are they not friends of yours?
No, not at all. I just generally don't mess with dragons, and so the fact that one is asking for me specifically, while they've said that they've been having tea with a lot of people and most of them leave alive, that doesn't necessarily instill me with a lot of confidence.
Well, I think now would be a good time to tell us if there was a reason this particular being would want you.
To be fair, no idea. Other than the fact don't mess with dragons.
It is pointless to be afraid of things that we're not certain will hurt you.
You know what? You're right.
Being enemies, considering you're amphibious and dragons are reptilian, but they usually go quite hand in hand.
I mean,
Distant
yeah.
cousins.
If I could figure out why the dragon wanted to talk to me in particular, that'd be great. But no one's really forthcoming with that information. I stabbed a guy for that information, and it didn't work. So I don't know.
Yeah, that was the whole thing. So
is Pip being evasive?
Make an insight check.
Because something's from the way he was talking with the white kobolds and everything. 18 total. 11 plus 7.
I don't even know if Wilhelm would think to not trust Pip.
It's less of not trusting and more there seems it's just the whole story isn't being told.
Yeah, he's from what you gather, you definitely can tell he's not telling you like everything, but he honestly has no idea what this dragon would want with him. he is truly flabbergasted that a super powerful and ancient being wants to talk to him. There is some you can understand there's probably some relationship in general, but like no clue.
Would you like to practice with your new bow thing?
Oh no, I did target practice this morning after the jump rope, so we're spot on. If anything, it flies a little straighter. It's pretty nice.
So
I don't know. Yeah.
Those kind of white scaled kobolds that we ran into at that auction.
Yeah.
And the ones in the jackets and all that.
Yeah.
They're part of that whole white dragon thing that we're gonna go see, right?
Yeah, those are members of the Snowpack.
Okay.
They are the Crystal Vapors underlings.
Got it. And you know that, and they know you.
Yeah, sort of. They've followed me forever.
Okay. And have you ever talked to them before?
Try not to. Generally, when people follow you forever, I don't want to mess with them.
So there's got to be a reason why they follow you.
I have never been able to find out why, but it was ever since I was very young. Right. They just would kind of check up on me. A few times they've cornered me or like asked me how I was doing, and I was like, fine, I guess. And they're like, all right, you have a nice day. And it's just really confusing.
I knew it. You must be related. That only makes sense. They would be checking on you from a child. You're related.
Wilhelm just sort of casually sips his tea and says, well, at what age did you start speaking with the dead?
I'm sorry?
I don't really know. It's as far back as I can remember that I was able to see and talk to people that other people couldn't.
Perhaps this dragon wishes to speak with.
Well, as far as I know, no one else knew about that.
Well, as there have been a few instances on in our travels where it's been a little more apparent, and in particular when you discussed my particular companion, yes. So.
Yeah, true. You guys are cool, so you guys can know. I have a lot of friends around town. There's a couple in the car right now too.
Okay, this is information we could have used, I don't know, yesterday?
I think the hospital could actually use this information. Would you like a job? I could speak to someone up in upper management for you.
All right, so
no. I think I've never really been to the hospital, but I heard everybody like tries to eat you there. So I don't really trust it.
You know, I've heard the same thing actually.
Yeah,
it is run almost entirely by vampire. Yeah, and they are so they sustain themselves off the blood that is donated and or I guess given or taken. I don't know. Perhaps Adelaide would have more information, but
do you think I eat people?
I am not certain.
I don't think you eat whole people.
The ones that run the hospitals, they're very nice and they're very kind. They're not like the, outland ones that are kind of feral and tend to just eat things.
Okay.
But let me get this straight. We're gonna go see a white dragon with a guy who has an invisible angel that is covered in fire and a grung that can see the dead. And we don't know why, but they want to see Pip. Right.
Yeah, pretty much.
And everyone's wondering why I'm cleaning my guns right now.
Oh, no, I was not wondering at all. That's, kind of, off as it goes.
Yeah.
The whispers get really excited from the twins across the room.
I just turned to them and kind of, are they still acting weird?
They stop as soon as you turn and look at them.
It's all right. I'm here to protect all these folks.
He is the law.
That's his name. You can call him Mr. Law.
Funny.
As soon as you say that, they start scrambling over to the both of you, Pip and Wilhelm. These two drow children kind of like scrambling over in now kind of like puffier clothes that are a little bit large for their stature. And they're just like, can you read our fortune? Can you tell us what the future looks like? Can you talk to my dead grandma? Can you talk to my aunt? I had a teacher that died a long time ago. At least I think that's what Mom said. And they're just like going back and forth.
Nope, I can talk to that artist or that cook.
Whoa.
So you see, children, if everything happens the way it is supposed to, your loved ones are waiting for you somewhere beyond.
Well, yeah, they're
not
right
sticking
there.
around. No, I'm saying these people that you want to speak with, they don't hang around. It is the unfortunate amongst us who with unfinished business. So if we were able to communicate with them so easily, it would not be good for them. I mean, they were in a bad place. But it would appear that all of your friends and family are in a good place.
So the chef didn't finish cooking?
Well, that's a great question. But it's for him to figure out. Who knows?
What about the artist?
Maybe he did not finish the painting.
Why?
Maybe something terrible happened to him.
Why?
Bad things happen sometimes.
Too many questions to strangers on trains.
They kind of look at each other for a moment and shuffle back over to their parents.
Damn, Wilhelm.
You say I'm scary.
What are you talking about?
Nothing.
You know, to answer your question, the artist has an unfinished painting, and the cook didn't finish his recipe for candied bacon.
Candied bacon.
Yep. Also, the artist was mugged.
Yeah.
The cook doesn't want to talk about it.
You wouldn't happen to know if the artist knows our artist?
No. So the thing with spirits is some of the information is really fuzzy for them. So the thing they really remember is like the passion and what they were working on immediately. So like I could talk to him about art all day, but as soon as you start getting to like other information like people or like addresses or directions, it doesn't work as well.
Yeah, it is the same for me. When I do it, it is very perception based. Yeah, so they are able. It's whatever their idea of what's the right answer is, and ours is very question answer. That's the time, but
yeah.
This is all above my pay grade, but I mean,
Tristan was able to do it as well.
Really?
Mm.
Huh. Well, damn.
It is primarily where I learned. He was pretty gifted with this sort of thing.
Sometimes around all you, I feel pretty simple. I kind of like that.
Mac, you are anything but simple.
I agree. You're very interesting.
I just reach out and touch people. That's all I do.
Touch my face. So, as you all feel the temperature begin to drop, the train jolts for a moment, getting very slow as you can feel the angle begin to go upward, as you can hear the engine up front just pulling that train in jolting motions up the mountainside. It's a beautiful landscape outside. You're probably a good couple hundred feet above the city, and as you kind of like, if you were to look out the window and down back the way you came, you could actually see that you were always on a little bit of an incline moving upward. You can see down over the top of the city at this point, that single golden center with people, stacks of smoke billowing up into the cloud line that eventually begins to almost overtake your vision. As you look back up the direction you're coming, you can see tall pines starting to become covered in snow as you're moving upward and upward and upward as it just jolts. It takes a good 15 minutes of this going back and forth. People kind of like trying not to hurl, some of them sitting, like moving over and sitting on that back seat, just trying to be comfortable getting along the way up there. The couple across the way starts getting the kids a little bit more bundled up as you finally hear the call for the final stop. And eventually, after that 15 minutes runs out, you coast over the top of this hill, and you feel it slowly pulling its way into the train station before you can hear that loud whistle blow, the bell ringing, the doors open. And there's a sudden burst of cold air that just into the car. And you can see a couple of the weaker constitute of folk on the train kind of shiver and kind of bundle themselves up a little bit. They begin moving out into the platform. And as you guys all exit out, that cold air is crisp on your skin. It's almost like a snap for Pip. That mucus that covers his that typical layer over the top of his skin is just almost like, what's the word I'm looking for? It's like it's almost coagulating on the top of your skin as it's being produced and kind of dropping off in weird little crystallized chunks into the snow that is slowly being scraped off of the platform. And as you all exit out into this small village, there are people crossing back and forth, having just carrying various different bags, getting onto another train that's nearby. There are people that are going up the mountain, getting up onto one of those ski lifts and going up further towards a brilliant, bright, shining portion of civilization at the top of this mountain. A couple of shops kind of dot the landscape along the way, trees still thick here around this, kind of blocking the wind that you can now see blowing up some of that powder across where you can see people beginning to ski down, snowboard down the mountainside. And you all know that the casino bank district is at the top of this hill, at the top of this mountain. And as you all begin making your way to the ski lift, you very quickly just, find your way onto it. It closes up. The gondolas all close up nice and tight, blocking out the wind. There's a bit of a shake to it as you're going over the top of this white landscape. And as you all get to the top and exit out, it's blinding. There are brilliant flashing lights that are just kind of constantly in flux. Nothing but advertisements as far as you can see. You don't see this in downtown. You don't see it in the shopping district. It's a whole nother level of just in-your-face capitalism. As you can see, people going back and forth from a variety of different buildings, all with different kind of themes. You can see one that looks a lot warmer than the rest, that has kind of like this orange and yellow and like red glow coming from it. One nearby that has a deeper blue that kind of crackles along the snow, that has these lampposts outside that are kind of crackling along the top of those lampposts and connecting them across. You can see another one across the street from it where there's a bit of a white light that's just pure, just shining down onto the what little bit of powder is left off of the clean streets. Pip.
Yeah.
Kobolds everywhere, selling a variety of different things, different colored scales, different reticulations. The first thing that catches your attention that is not dragon related is a small coffee shop that has glass windows and a single door called the Jabberwocky.
Okay, well, I need something
You're done.
warm. I need something warm immediately. So let's grab some hot cocoa, and then we'll make our way to, I'm assuming, the white one.
What is hot cocoa?
You don't know what hot chocolate is?
Yeah.
It's the best thing in the world.
You take chocolate, you melt it down, you mix it with milk.
Right.
You've never what?
No. It's like a.
It seems exorbitant.
It's
But
like
it is,
a.
but that's the point, isn't it? Sometimes you can add like nutmeg or some orange peel on top of it. It's quite nice.
That's not hot cocoa. It's a little packet, and it's like, got like a powder in it, and you put it in whatever water you can find, and then you go and put it by the baker's back door to warm it up, and like that's hot cocoa. It's great.
You need to come to my house sometime, and I'll make you some actual proper hot cocoa. How about that? It'll change your world.
You have a baker in your house?
Yeah, Pip, I live next to the dump, and I use like warm milk and chocolate.
Okay,
I have
well,
never had this.
I didn't have it all fancy like you.
It doesn't. It's actually not quite fancy. It's just.
Yeah, no, it's a good way to get rid of milk that's getting ready to spoil.
Or
You heat it up and
I
kill anything in it.
I didn't really have an opportunity to like have milk.
Same.
All right, well, let's get into that shop then, because I think y'all need a lesson in the culinary arts.
Okay.
Follow me intrigued.
As you all enter into the Jabberwocky, you feel the warmth of the kitchen kind of already brushing over the top of you as you step into this nice wooden interior. A couple of tables are set up with a few people sitting around them, laughing and drinking their coffee and their different forms of confectionery kind of sitting at their tables. You can see a brilliant white marble countertop kind of blocking off the kitchen door, where there is someone that there is a dragonborn that is blue scaled with a bit of a tinge of white across the edge of the scales, standing there in an apron, looking bored out of their mind, just at the counter. As you can hear the soft drumming of a jazz set drum kit in the corner, just kind of tapping away. There's a figure that is maybe about 5'8", dressed in all black, piercings across the entirety of his face and blonde hair, just sitting there playing the drums to give some semblance of rhythm where there is none. And as you all approach the counter, the Dragonborn just kind of, good evening. Welcome to the Jabberwocky. What can I get you to drink?
We'll have 4 hot chocolates, please.
White, dark, or
dark
milk.
2 dark hot chocolates, 2 regular milk chocolates with extra cream on all 4.
Got it.
I don't trust that. I just need a cup of hot water, some cocoa powder, and a packet of sugar.
And 4 cookies, please. 5.
Do you want the red velvet, or do you want the chocolate chip? Would you like the peanut butter, the
We have a
butterscotch?
variety.
I will get you one of each.
That sounds great.
And despite the slowness of their voice, their hands are moving quickly across the machines, just very rapidly. And there's just like sudden bursts of steam from a variety of different machines that just immediately begin to heat up water, pouring hot chocolate into cups for you all. And they just kind of sit there and kind of tap their foot to the rhythm of the drums.
So
And
so many contraptions. I'm in Podrick's studio.
Well, no, you got to steam the milk and you got to melt the chocolate. You got to get everything
Mac,
warm.
I don't even know who you are anymore.
Welcome to civilization. How about that?
Look,
All
there
right,
are a few things I absolutely enjoy, and a cup of hot chocolate's one of them.
All right, I'm gonna make you the right way to have hot chocolate, and then I'll try your whatever this is.
How about
And,
you try this one first?
Try this one first.
The Dragonborn grabs one of the paper cups and kind of crumples it up and tosses it at the drummer, who hits him on the side of the head, and he looks over and just flips off the Dragonborn. And he does a few quick signs, and he flips him off again and gets back to drumming. And the rhythm has changed significantly as they then put the 4 cups in front of you, all of them marked correctly, exactly as you ordered them, with a plate of cookies.
I'm
where-
divvying them out, by
where's-
the way, because there's 2 each, and I want to see if I read these characters correctly.
Okay.
So the 2 darks are going towards Willem
Mm-hmm.
and Mac, and we'll do milk for Veda and Pip.
Whiskey drinker, bitter. Good
Yep.
call.
And Willem is
Does-
just, sad and mean, so.
Yeah.
Did the barista give Pip what he requisitioned?
No.
Oh.
They ignored you entirely.
Excuse me?
No. Just try it first. Then when we get back to the office and such, you can make yours your way. That'll be the try this, and then we'll try that later. It'll be all right. You can trust me.
Okay. Pip will very slowly take a blow on it. Just kind of squints his eyes like.
How hot is it?
Very hot.
Like for me.
Oh, for you? Tepid. No, I'm kidding. It's
He bathes in the fires of hell.
You guys sip it. I just gulp it down. Oh, so sweet.
Wilhelm's doing shots.
it's like drinking chocolate. What is happening?
I know it's.
No,
I mean, it's
it's warm. It's not necessarily like burn your tongue hot for you.
Yes, it is sweet, very very sweet. Is this so? Do you drink this sort of thing all the time, huh?
Not really. It's just
No.
special
It's a-
treat.
Yeah, it's a treat. After a long, hard day at work, sometimes I cut it with a little whiskey, and yeah, it's actually really good.
I like peppermint schnapps.
What's that?
You never had peppermint schnapps in yours? Is it
No.
nice and minty?
While they're talking, Pip has grabbed the second cup of hot cocoa and hidden behind one of the chairs.
Make a stealth
He's
check.
taking my cup of cocoa.
Make
Natural one. And so how you find him is going
like a fat thing of cream mustache.
trying to drink this steaming hot cup so fast. And it's what you didn't notice while you were talking to each other is he took that first sip kind of squinty-eyed, not really trusting you, and he had the moment of in movies where you see them try candy for the first time. Just his eyes go wide, pupils dilate.
The beer fest light comes down. It's like,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah, his
I
one
want
cup is
to have my
gone.
children.
One cup is gone. He's halfway through the second.
That's
So,
enjoyable for you. Do you like it?
Um,
Have mine. Don't worry.
Well, it's a lot different than the kind I make. It's really thick and it's really sweet. Mine's really bitter, but it's a lot of chocolate flavor, but really, really bitter. Mine's not sweet at all. This is like candy.
Yeah, it's chocolate.
Yes, it's just
Okay.
sort of like a sweet, just like a treat, but in a drink form. I just, I would never think to do such a thing.
Yeah, yours is the dark chocolate, by the way. They're drinking the milk chocolate. Theirs is even sweeter.
Oh God.
Yeah, so the dark chocolate's the way you want to go.
Well, perhaps I would
what,
try Pips, yeah?
I don't know if you
No.
want to do that.
No.
in your enrapturement, Pip, you don't notice it, but the rest of you do. The door opens as the bell rings softly. As you can see, a trench-coated dragonborn, white snout with kind of brown reticulations across the hands, comes just kind of waltzing in very bravely, very calmly, almost as if they know that they own the place. And they make their way over to the counter and order a drink. And yeah.
Do they clock us at all?
Yes.
What do they order?
Like intentionally. Got it.
You want to roll a perception check to see what they order?
Yeah. I think my passive would be high enough, but fine.
We just like watching you roll and fail.
Oh, so that's but I mean, the 14.
Okay. With the 14, you just hear the soft, I'll take a white chocolate mocha. And eventually it's passed over.
Is there some form of recognition I catch between these two Dragonborn?
Make an insight check.
I can do that. Where's my... Okay, there we go. Insight. Nat 18, 23.
A 23. There is some semblance of recognition there. Yeah, they definitely know each other to an extent. Beyond just their regulars.
And so with that, I turn to Vader and I say, "What is mocha then?"
Oh, well, a mocha is, it's got coffee in it as well. It's chocolate. And it's coffee.
Why would you say I would like a white chocolate mocha? Is that like saying, would you just say I'd like white chocolate in my coffee?
What white chocolate is different than chocolate. See, white chocolate is made of the butter of the cocoa bean, not the chocolate part. That's why it's white. Because it's not really chocolate. Well, it's sort of, but not. It's not very good. Just avoid it at all costs.
More like coffee in your chocolate than chocolate in your coffee.
Yes.
Interesting.
At this point, Pip, I think that them talking about it would make it to where you clock them.
Right, and I'll also be walking up to the bar, shaky hands return 2 cups.
He's on a sugar crash right now. And y'all wonder why Veda thinks he's 5.
And then he just kind of looks at the kobold, all care gone. What's that?
And you watch as the one in the middle pulls it into the trench coat and kind of takes it all the way up to the top. The arm slipping back out without the mocha inside as the one at the top just kind of, don't worry about it. You'll know about it, tea.
What?
Go to the one across the street. The white one. No, no, you'll find, let's go to the place across the street. And they just kind of like shuffle their way out.
What was he drinking?
White chocolate mocha.
Again, it sounds a little bit redundant when you say it that way, yeah? No?
No, it's good. It's like it's
because if mocha is chocolate and coffee, then why would you say chocolate?
Right, but then you're specifying that it's a white.
Because
yes.
Mocha is
Wouldn't it just be white mocha?
That's very correct, but it's like
Anyways, do you always think this is
ATM
like
machines don't exist in this world.
Is it like a flattery thing? Or is this white? Or is it white? Is it imitate, or is it like a rule? Is it?
What?
Or is it just the white kobolds, the white dragonborns, the white buildings, the white?
Like it's
dragonborn. I am blue
chocolate.
I am blue. How dare you?
I'm not talking about you, please.
He was talking about the dragonborn that's actually 3 kobolds in a coat. Yeah.
Spats. And
Can I get a cup of hot water?
Yes.
I also
Would
need
you-
1 palm full of cocoa powder.
Would you
my
like
God.
a lemon with your hot
No.
water?
No.
Oh, let's see that now. That sounds delicious.
Can I,
Bit of whiskey,
can I
you
get,
got a
a,
hot
also get a
powder.
handful of cocoa powder?
All right then.
Not your handful, my hand.
Your hand is and they like stare at your hand for a solid 20 seconds. Just
like 4 tablespoons.
Thanks.
right.
I was picturing that they might actually just let Pip dip his hand in there and then accidentally poison it for everyone that comes and drinks it afterward. It'd be great.
You can make an insight check.
Me?
That would be amazing.
Yeah, you.
Okay.
As they are getting this order together with an 18, there was a thought there of, do we let him just scoop it? Nah.
Wow.
The hygiene.
Mm-hmm.
I
This is
think they get a lot of
pre-COVID.
grunts up here. That's why.
So they get you your cup of hot water, put a lemon on the side, and a little container for your cocoa powder, but also put little bitty chips of white chocolate in another one, and just says, "For all of you to find some culture."
Okay.
And Pip is gonna very nervously just make his version of hot cocoa, and he's just gonna put the cocoa powder in the hot water and stir it. And then he's gonna look back at the bars like, here, and he, for like the hot water and the cocoa, he's gonna put down a gold note because he's never paid for it before, so
Pip, be careful with all this sugar. There's a lot of new science coming out that it is not good for you.
Oh no, this is how I make it, and it's not sweet. Do you want to try it?
I would love to.
Cool. Take a sip.
I think I'm good. Yeah, I trust you. I would prefer to have whatever you make me at home sometime.
This is what I drank growing up.
It is
It's
watery,
so good.
pure, bitter cocoa powder.
It's hot Ovaltine.
No. If you've ever had pure cocoa powder
Oh, dear God.
Yeah.
in hot water,
Okay,
Mhm.
got
it
it.
has a very strong chocolatey flavor, but it's very bitter.
Right. It's like baking cocoa in
Yeah.
water. Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yikes.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's so yummy. I can see why you like it.
Insight check.
Pip just looks kind of sad with his cup now.
Deception check. Hold on. This is not my forte, but you know what? Maybe we'll get lucky.
Oh,
You did. Make the
Ah,
insight.
19.
He's a little
Oh.
sad, but mostly embarrassed.
Oh.
But so you see him primarily use that cup for warmth. He's like,
All right, so we should probably go across the street.
Are we all like ready for this? Because like we cross the street, we go into that thing, and then all of a sudden we're on.
We're
Yeah,
not
well,
going to die. We just have to talk to him first.
don't know. So for certain, right?
He's a dragon. They can
Yeah,
be
no one
nice
is
and rich,
exciting.
can't they?
I've got my secret weapon. Hot cocoa. When in doubt, big power move. Bring your own drink to tea. So
There was once a dragon that actually ran for councilman in town. one
Yeah,
time.
should we?
He didn't get elected, but he was very charming and charismatic, very easy to talk to.
I have a friend who will tell you that there's a dragon that secretly runs the dump. So I mean, yeah, it's a very common thing.
I'm sorry, what?
has anyone ever?
He believes there's. You should meet him, Mac. You would love him, but he believes there's a black dragon that is in charge of the dump.
No, it's a bunch of gith.
That's what I tell him. But he says this.
That's why, gith and take. It's the name of what?
I know, but he says it is. There's a black dragon at the top. I swear. I've told him. Where's he seen it?
Excuse me, Mr. Barkeep. What is your name?
called the coffee barista barkeep. Just have it for Mac.
My name is Jody.
Pleasure to meet you, Jody. I'm Mac. These are my friends. We have an appointment with the head of the area, if you get my drift. Is there anything they lack from this establishment that we can take over there as kind of a welcome gift?
Which just sort of anything the color white or
crystal vape, that one.
She is a lovely woman.
Yeah, we're going for tea. So is there a particular kind that she likes, or anything else from your establishment, for example, that we could possibly take there as a as a welcome
I have
gift? Like
a strawberry rubios. I will be right back.
Wonderful.
And they go into the back.
What's strawberry rubios?
I have no idea, but if it puts them on a, puts us on a better level when we walk in, then all good.
Are you supposed to bring gifts to tea?
Of course.
Yeah, well, I think it is polite to bring gifts. I mean, perhaps Veda would be more apt to
You could always bring a bottle of wine or something, if you've come for a dinner party.
They exit out of the back with a folded over brown paper bag that's about tall and looks like it's stuffed full of whatever kind of tea this is. Stapled at the top, sets it down and just says 50 gold notes.
Not a problem. Peels out 65. Slides them over.
I did not know this was this kind of transaction, and picks up the bag and starts heading back towards the back after taking the notes off the counter.
What other kind of transaction would it be?
I was giving you a
Pip, have
tip.
you ever been to a dinner party?
I am more confused after they're gone.
Is anybody else like y'all tip, right? I mean, that's kind of thing.
Yes, of course.
I don't.
They come back with another bag alongside that same bag that's much smaller and seems to be just as stuffed full.
Okay.
And then staples it to the top. Enjoy your tea.
All right, but that was meant as a tip for you.
Enjoy your tea.
Understood. Right, so we have a we don't like to be eaten gift, and we're all good on the cocoa. Did anybody else get an idea that trench-coated trio was kind of like,
Did we just buy drugs?
No, we bought tea. No, it's all right. Does anybody else think that that was a messenger saying, "Hey, come over here like now"?
Oh, absolutely. White gold balls, white chocolate, go to the white building, whatever. Yeah, I mean, it's come on.
As we walk out, also Wilhelm, we either bought drugs or poison. I'm not sure which.
One of the two things. Yeah. I don't get it.
Yeah. We go.
At least I just hope it's tea.
Oh, 100% that is not all tea.
Can I smell the small bag? It's just a paper bag, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can I smell it?
Mm-hmm. Make a nature check.
Shit.
Attributes. Nature.
16. The one that's made out of toxin has a bonus, right?
with a 16, as you're kind of like taking a whiff of the smaller bag, it has a similar smell to the larger bag, though you're not sure if it's because it's being overpowered or if it's because it's something that's shoved down inside of another bag of said tea. But the smaller bag has a bit of there's an odd scent that you can't quite place, other than the fact that it is sharper than the other tea.
It's drugs.
Can I make a medicine check on it?
Sure.
Okay. I'll give it a little sniff, even like a little taste, even probably.
Yeah, I wouldn't open it.
Oh, you're opening it?
No.
Oh, is it
I'm
sealed?
I'm immediately like,
No, we're not opening it then. 21.
Based totally off of Pip's kind of like sharp, alongside the rubios and strawberry that is there. Rubio's is a very fragrant tea. Tossing some strawberries in there that are dried makes it a little bit sweeter. So the fact that there's something sharper in there tells you that there is indeed some semblance of either toxin or drug on the interior. And as you kind of like take a moment and take a sniff yourself, you've smelled it before when taking the vibes from those who had overdosed and having a terrible trip. This is an unnamed drug that has only recently been starting making the rounds. It causes very, very vivid hallucinations, and usually more or less knocks people out.
Okay. I'm going to describe it all to them, and then I'm going to say we should actually probably tell the dragon that we're offering this to that there's something within it, so that they don't think that we're poisoning them, and in case someone else is poisoning them.
This is the small bag, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good plan. Just say, hey, I tried to tip the, we'll just be straight up honest.
Who knows is the crystal vapor dealing this sort of narcotic?
You guys can make history checks to see what Wilhelm got. I'm not Wilhelm, Weatherford got. On that front.
History.
For me, that is a 17.
Okay.
Not bad.
18.
Veda rolling hot tonight.
13, 18, 17.
4.
That tracks.
So Wilhelm and Veda, you guys got more of the information from Weatherford than the others did. Some of the cases that are tied to the crystal vapor are oftentimes smuggling cases. In these things that just kind of show up in different places are oftentimes supposedly unknown to the catering business, though it happens very often for it not to be somewhat connected. Not only that, but there's a very long history of drugs being trafficked in and out of the Crystal Vapors Palace.
Yeah, so seems pretty standard.
Overall, probably make a good gift.
I would imagine it's this close to their territory. Although did anybody pick up that they asked which head? So.
Oh, I know the. You see the different colors of the casinos.
Of course.
I think those are different dragons.
Yep, of course.
I know of at least 2 others. I don't know their names.
It's a vanity thing, huh?
I don't know who they are, but I know that, there's competition up here.
How do you know dragons so well?
I don't know I just know who to stay away from.
Trevor, you're muted if you're trying to talk to us. Still muted.
You're still muted. He's gesturing.
Honestly, it's mostly just inarticulate, like, yeah, up to,
He's doing it on purpose.
No. I'm just, fuck. Are all the other dragons white?
No. This is a known fact for those of you that have had to open up bank accounts for any reason. There are dragons of every color up here.
In the snow caps here.
Around the mountain for the most part.
Okay, so the dragons being involved in banking are not a secret, but the kobolds allegedly are like a rumor.
The kobolds oftentimes are used more for the business side of things. The dragons just kind of sit on the gold for the most part.
Okay.
Yeah, so the dragons being involved in banking is pretty common. Okay. It's just that the white one has ties to like a mafia-esque situation.
My thing
And
is
the
that
rest of
it's-
them are unknown.
And if you'd like to roll a history check on anything else to see if you guys know anything about those connections, you can.
Yeah.
Nope. Natural one.
I've done a lot of investigative work. Why not?
think Beta would know.
The 4 was pretty solid.
That's a 16.
16? It's not just the white dragon that does this. All the chromatic dragons have some semblance of crime related to their casinos and banks. Whether it's embezzlement, whether it's bad bad business deals in downtown. None of them. That's not true. There's only one that typically of the chromatics that typically leaves the mountain for any reason, and it's usually the green one who goes down for city council meetings. The chromatics are all typically, straightforward. A lot of their stuff is very giving, though they do more businessy stuff than casinos more often than not. They tend to do more nonprofit work. That said, the chromatics have a lot of rivalries amongst all of them. So each one hates the others for a different reason.
As dragons.
Yeah, Pip, it's to me it's like a hat on a hat, right? Like imagine if Mac wore like guns on his hat and like had guns on his shirt and like had guns everywhere, right? It's like the white's this, white's that, blah blah.
Yeah,
the red ones, everything's got to be right. Red, I just don't understand.
Yeah, and he had like gun for wings. He breathed
Yeah,
guns.
it's not very subtle, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Breathe guns.
Yeah.
Imagine if you breathe gas. If you breathe gas, it would be the same.
It.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah, I get it.
Right, so we're going in, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, good.
For sure. This is just the longest trip across the street.
Pretty much, yeah. Just keep walking.
All right. So as you all make your way across the street, and it takes you a minute to get through the crowd, as it's starting to get a little bit darker, the lights are starting to come up a little bit more. That blinding white makes it a little bit surprisingly easier to see the contrasting features of the actual building itself. Just this massive crystal like crown going upward from the top of the front of this building. And it is literally just known as the Crown Casino. And as you all begin entering inside of it, there is a very large crowd on the interior, sitting at various different tables, throwing dice, running cards, people eating at like separate tables off to the side. There's an entire area where you can hear music beginning to kind of like take over the sound of the crowd. People cheering as bells go off, as whistles go off on various different machines. It's very articulate and very advanced compared to some of the other places that you've been. Every single server in this place is a white kobold with brown articulations across their back, dressed in nice finery. Some of them kind of like standing on top of on other one's shoulders, holding trays out to those that are currently throwing the dice forward with holding their drink atop it. You can see an entire bar top that is just completely covered in people just drinking and having a good time. Every single fixture is just draped in nothing but brilliant crystal. And in the center of the room, there is one massive, solid, maybe 40-foot wide crystal chandelier that hangs from this domed ceiling that just illuminates the space in rainbows. It's cold, sharp, but clean.
Is there like a desk as you go inside the door?
Mm-hmm.
To the exchange or whatever?
Yep.
I will take the lead, go over to the desk.
Hello? My name is Pip, and I'm here to see the boss.
There's an older kobold that's sitting on a raised chair with a pair of glasses kind of on the top of the snout that are fairly small. And as they look up over the top of the snout and look down at you,
Nah, I'll be right back.
And he kind of climbs down off of the chair and goes into a smaller door behind. few moments
Right
later,
here.
they return with a note and kind of like slap it up onto the counter and climb up onto the chair and slide it across over to you.
Thank you.
What does the note say?
As you open up the note, it just says free play as much as you want for the next 2 hours.
Is it like a variety of people that are like patrons of this place, or is it mostly kobolds or dragonborn, or like what's going on here?
Make a perception check.
I'm going to
Can I-
start
can I
clocking.
Go ahead with that as well, yes.
Absolutely.
I'm going to start clocking for who is security here.
Pip will stare at his note in confusion.
It's not bad. 14 plus 18 total.
At 19.
19, 15. Pip, what'd you get?
Staring at the note.
Right.
I got an
Nice.
18.
18, 19, 13. So just kind of like very quickly skimming the crowd and getting a quick look across, there are a variety of different, there's a very large variety of people here, ranging from lizard folk to high elf. I mean, it's just pretty much any casino that you're going to go into up here is going to wind up with a very large range of people. Most of the people that are working here, actually all the people that are working here, are all kobolds. Every single one of them. And they're all the white with the brown reticulations. 90% of the crowd with a 19 and an 18 are desperate for cash. Not just here to have fun. And as you're kind of like looking across the crowd, you notice that some people actually have like frayed clothing and have a bit of a hard time actually like keeping themselves standing up straight as they've gotten just a little too drunk on the free drinks. I mean, it's kind of a mess amongst a lot of people for the most part. But those that are not in that kind of mode are wealthy people.
Yeah. Have y'all ever been to a casino before?
They
Here
are
and there.
Yeah.
then
What
it's
is-
the Weathford breed. It breeds greed and necessity for continued indulgence. It's no.
You could have just said no. It's okay.
I've
Mac,
gambled
what does this mean? And I hold up the note. Free play 2 hours.
Well, I tend to go to more like backdoor card rooms, but free play means we get. I'm assuming it means we have free play. Like we get like they're spotting us our bets. Whatever we win, I'm assuming we keep, or at least we keep a percentage.
What if we lose it? Do we owe them that money?
We might. So I'd say be careful.
I go up to.
Well, I guess we have to kill 2 hours or so. Maybe, and then they'll come to collect their debt. I don't know.
I'll go up to ye old slot machine
Okay.
and I'll just put my note on it,
Okay.
pull the lever.
It doesn't move. Hey, kink. And you see another kobold come like scrambling up to you and just like hands you a card, like a metal card, and just goes old man forgot to give you this. Just scrambles away.
Thanks.
I will set my card on the machine.
There's a slot for it that you can see that says like VIP
Pip will
pass.
figure it out after a couple tries.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And
All right.
we'll just pull that.
Roll D100.
Sweet.
Ooh, shit.
Never get to touch these dice. Sorry, I have to figure out what it is. It's triple zeros that are 100, right? Okay, cool. I got a 1.
Oh god.
You got a On a
On a D100, I got a 1. Yes.
You gain 16 Electrum notes.
On a 1?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay.
Electrum.
Might as
Said
well have
six.
lost.
You said 16?
Whoa.
Okay, my turn. Okay. You lose 5 Electrum notes.
Okay.
I'm just
11.
looking in disgust at the Electrum going,
So,
talking about
well,
fucking antiquated.
Pip learns the pitfall of gambling. Have I, with my 19, noticed anyone's that I would maybe recognize or know from anywhere else?
Make a history check.
And I'm still keeping an eye out on who's security.
That is good. 21. Red Hall?
Got a hockey puck signed by him.
You don't see anyone that you know, but you see someone that looks oddly similar to Veda. You can see this tall woman that has got kind of dark black hair that goes down across her shoulders over the top of a very nice brilliant silver dress that has almost these small crystals dangling from the necklace that she has on that kind of decorates the top of the bodice. And kind of almost blends in for a moment. You can, as she turns, there's an ethereal grace to her. She's a little bit older, and you can tell because she's got a bit more of a maturity to her face. There is a that grace that kind of like holds herself up in this space. She just kind of looks over and across the room for a moment as she's sitting and waiting for the cards to be dealt at her table. Wraps her fingers on one of the trays that's being held, and the kobolds immediately just scramble across the room. But she has an odd similarity in the eyes, and in particular, mouth, to Veda.
Good help. This thing just prints money.
No, it is a trap. I
No,
promise you.
look, watch.
No,
Okay, roll it.
Amazing.
That's better. That's 84.
84? Okay.
I think better. I don't know.
You lose 12 Electrum notes.
What? No. That's not how this goes. I just said it
You're in
prints
the
money.
negative now. You're in the
Right.
negative.
No, he's +1.
Oh, he's +1. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oftentimes I will hear things like, quit while you're ahead.
It must have been broken. I'll just do it again. It prints money.
One more time.
Oh, man.
You might get this one.
Oh, do I roll again? Okay.
Mhm.
Am I rolling against you?
Yeah.
Nice. 47.
Gotta roll against the house. You gain 21 Electrum notes.
See? It prints money. If I just keep playing, I'll be ahead. I've won more than I've lost.
The trick is when you get to a certain point where you've won more, you push the button that says cash out.
But
And then you have more of a balance to go on to the next machine.
Mac, we've been here 5 minutes, and I've made a lot of money.
Pip, it's
And
Electrum.
We're
You haven't
supposed
made a
to
lot
be
of
here
money.
for 2 hours. What else are we supposed to do?
So in 5 minutes you've won, but imagine what you can do in 2 hours of losing.
But I'm winning.
Yes, but do you think all this stuff is free? How do you think the casino pays for all this luxury?
Crime.
Well, the real
You're
crime
not wrong.
is what they're doing to people like yourself. Letting them to believe that they have a chance to beat the house. No one ever beats the house.
You got to use skill games like cards, like poker.
I think I'm pulling this just right. I have won 4 times.
Well, Pip, you know, the flute is your life.
Are there better games? Can I win more?
You can also lose a lot more.
But
I tell you this: you've pulled it 5 times or 4 or how many?
Yeah, I don't know.
Sure. Give yourself 10 and see if you're above or below what you started.
Okay. I'll pull it 6 more times.
There we go.
That's scientific, right?
Sure.
10's a round number. 6 more
Sure.
times.
All right, you want to roll 6 more times?
Yeah, we'll just do it once and that'll be net. Whatever.
Okay.
That way we don't spend so much time here.
Go ahead.
37, Chuck. Beat that.
You lose 15 electrum notes.
Shit.
All right, so that means after all of that, like that one point where you were super high and then you kept pulling, now you're only at 7.
Okay.
You've only won 7. You were up like 54.
Right.
But now you're down 7. No.
But I started with 0.
Yeah. Okay. But now you're
How
up
many hot
7.
chocolates can 7 electrum give me?
Well, see, Pip, you're using. I don't know if you've thought about this actually. You might actually be using up your luck playing these games, and you might need a lot of luck when we go up against this dragon.
Luck isn't something someone can just have or manipulate.
Well, I disagree entirely.
That's not how this works.
And I'm a very scientific woman. You see, I have been to medical school, so I would say.
Is there a luck organ?
I don't
yes,
believe so, Pip.
It's next to the gallbladder.
Okay.
I don't know that Wilhelm would even need an insight check for that.
Nope.
Okay. You're right. Maybe I am using this up a little bit. We probably need to save some for the dragon. You gamble. Take my card.
I'll just reach out and pull the handle.
Roll it. D100?
Yep.
You'll probably beat that one.
Casino night in Kasmar.
26 electrum notes.
Win or lost?
Win.
Oh.
Those are obviously my card.
Well, we'll all be damned. It's beginner's luck. You know, that is such a thing.
Right, your luck organ's full.
Yes. So you don't want to
I could have
deplete
just
it.
emptied it.
Yes.
You should probably pull it again to find out.
No, because
No.
right now, you're in the 30s, and that's a good
I'm going
place.
to run point on the room for a bit. I'm just going to walk if that's okay with the rest of you.
I'm still trying to see who is running security, and the fact is, I'm not seeing it. That scares me.
My bad. I should have addressed that. I got excited about the gambling.
It's like, fuck, I haven't seen anyone running security. This is bad.
You haven't, actually.
Oh, Jesus.
You have noticed that every single one of the kobolds stays near something sharp or shooty.
Fair. Oh, God.
Are the sharp and shooty things just mounted on the wall?
There's a couple very nice muskets on the back wall near the old kobold at the front door. I mean,
and they didn't say a damn thing that I'm walking in with holstered.
They sure didn't.
Firearms.
They sure fucking didn't.
Right. So I slide the card out and I hand it to Pip. I'm like, Pip, it's a really good idea. Just keep that in your pocket. Let's go get something to eat and relax.
You're right. This machine's probably spent. We should probably go to one of the tables.
No, what we should do, I think, is head to one of the restaurants. Because I got a big bag of stuff right here, and yeah. So let's head to somewhere.
As you're trying to convince him of this, that ethereal woman clocks Veda. Wilhelm, you can see it. You watch it happen. Those sharp, bright almost crystalline eyes look at her, cock an eyebrow, and goes back to her table for a few more moments. You can see that she's getting ready to get out of what she's doing.
I'm gonna just like kind of elbow Veda. I think you have an acquaintance.
I don't know anybody here, no.
And I'm going to point down at the table.
Okay, it's
not,
Mama.
Not point, just like kind of. They recognize you.
Who's here?
Nobody. I don't know them.
That lady? She's pretty. I think she's making eyes at you.
That's my mother. Did she see me? Did she know I'm here?
Yes, yes.
Your mother's here.
I regret everything I said to you.
It's not really uncommon for my family to go out to establishments such as this. They usually do it in a bit of disguise, so that's a surprise. But you've met Anita. She fit right in here, so it's fine. It's fine.
Do we need to hide you?
She doesn't know any of you.
I will stand in front of her.
And I don't think she'd be very happy to know that I was associating with
With what?
She's like.
Does she not like grung?
She unconsciously is pointing at Mac and Pip, but not point. Like she doesn't realize she's pointing.
I understand that it can sometimes be difficult to explain familial prejudices to others.
She doesn't like animals.
Yeah.
No, she doesn't like poor people.
Oh, all right.
I will turn and glare.
I'm sorry.
I have 33 Electrum now. Thank you.
That's very true. Don't tell her that.
Then I have a great
it's
idea.
fine.
How
I know that's
about
not a lot
we
of money
take Mom to lunch?
It'd be dinner at this point, but
Because she's coming on over here. And I just kind of point.
Should I tackle her?
Nope. No, Pip. No.
Okay.
Hello?
Sure enough, there she comes, just kind of like gliding across the floor, her feet almost seemingly like not even touching it. And just this small cadre of kobolds around her, holding up a variety of different trays with just like notes, just full of notes, a couple plates of now empty bags, of which you assume to be probably blood, and a few empty cups. One of them full, and in her hand full of a deep red wine.
So I was actually volunteering. It's quite a surprise to see me here. The hospital has assigned me to the local adventurers guild, and so I'm here accompanying these gentlemen to make sure that they don't die in their adventures. It's very charitable. What was your name again? Just like looking at him.
She looks at the three of you.
Weatherford Hole Investigative Services. A pleasure to meet you. My name is Wilhelm Weisskurs.
My name
I'd shake
is
your hands,
Dipper.
but I think it might not be comfortable.
By all means. And she offers her gloved hand.
Okay. Take it. Wear the towel to show me.
My name is Dipper. I'm I've hired
There's like steam coming off
these
of Wilhelm.
folks.
I am pointedly not making eye contact with Willem.
I am Aurelia Bennett.
A pleasure to meet you all. Veda, dear.
Hi.
Let's get a drink.
Well, I don't
If
really
you don't
do
mind,
that.
Madam, Veda is unfortunately.
And she just immediately turns away and expecting you to follow her towards the bar.
My name. Okay.
Well, I was
gonna say helping us consult. Okay.
She's not going to listen to you. I will be right back.
How about
Everything's
we all
fine.
stick together? Because it presents a better view.
She will literally eat you.
They do eat people.
I don't eat people. I don't see. I don't know if. Do you have parents? Do you have a mother and a father?
What do you think? What do you think Pip is?
I would assume somewhere.
Yes. So my father is a human, but my mother is a vampire.
He comes from an egg.
I think both of mine were frogs.
And when two people love each other very much, even though one is
It's
mortal.
a bit weird. Yeah, no, it's grungs. They come from eggs. There's like 40 of them. It's a bit.
There's 40 of us?
You got brothers and sisters?
No. Not that I know of.
Maybe they hatched first.
I
don't know. I just heard that it's like a big foamy mess of a bunch of eggs.
Okay, I grew up at St. Bahama.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right, Veda. We are your escorts to your mother. So come on.
I was gonna try to convince her that I was just super rich and hired you guys to protect me on my night out of town, but she didn't let me talk.
I mean, I can take care of
that. She does. No, you.
We are not killing somebody's mother. Come on.
She is surrounded by kobolds.
Yeah, which, by the way, I'm meaning to tell y'all, every single one of them is a form of security. Did you notice they didn't ask me to check my guns? Probably because they're outgunning us 14-1.
I mean, we did come here peacefully.
Yeah, it doesn't
mostly.
matter. It does not matter.
Here's the thing: is if they wanted us dead, that's already gonna happen. They have a dragon. They don't care about guns.
One of the kobolds comes running up to Veda with a glass of wine and hands it to you.
I'm giving it a sniff to make sure that it's actually wine.
It's actually wine.
Okay, yeah, just a
Mama
very
knows
shaky,
better.
a very shaky sip.
Quick step. Come on, let's go.
Okay, all right. Be in your best behavior.
I didn't get to introduce myself, so I will.
What does this mean? Why are you saying this?
What, be on best behavior? We don't want to cause a scene.
Did I do something to upset you earlier?
I mean, the first time that you ever met me, I think you were actually going to stab me until someone stopped you. So,
when was this?
And I'm not even a vampire.
That's
but
we
my
had a
mother
great
is.
conversation at an art show. I didn't know.
As you
I don't
all
know what
approach
you're speaking of.
The counter, most of the kobolds have already dispersed. In fact, many of the people that had kind of blanketed the bar have spread away from her for the most part. A couple of them still kind of like leaning over, caught in the allure, flirting, and she's just not even acknowledging them for the most part. As
if you didn't see me, I don't even use knives.
She turns around and hands Mac a whiskey with a like a highball, and just hands it to you and just says, "You look like a whiskey. Tell me."
Why, yes, ma'am, I am. Pleased to meet you. My name is Ulysses Belmont, but you can call me Mac. And
Pleasure, Ulysses.
I gotta say, your daughter is a very fine example of an upstanding citizen.
Tell me, Mac, what's my daughter been doing with you?
She helps us take care of ourselves. We are all part of Weatherford Hole investigations, and she's been placed with us to make sure that we don't get up to anything stupid.
She kind of gives you a look, Veda. And this doesn't interfere with your studies in any way?
No, this is a work study program. Harold actually got me into it.
Oh. Harold.
He's one of our employees, yes.
I'm aware of what he moonlights as.
We're that group.
Enjoy your evening. And she takes her glass and just kind of gives you a side glance, Veda. She stops. We'll speak on your acquaintances later.
Nothing. Say nothing.
And
I'm
just
sorry.
I would have you know that we help people.
kind of disappears into the crowd, going off towards the tables again.
I set the whiskey down and slide it across the bar. Haven't taken a sip.
You know, I think I've decided I don't like her.
I blame the hot cocoa. What I mean, it's too indulgent.
You think the hot cocoa is why I don't like her?
No, I don't think it's why you don't like her. I'm just saying it just makes you, I don't know.
While they are all talking, I am sending off a message to my sister, Anita. I'm sending off a sister. I am sending off a message. Let me pull up my
Esther or Eleanor?
Esther.
Okay.
Yeah, my older sister. Why did you tell me that Mother was going on a trip?
The response you get is breathy. I didn't know that she was going anywhere. I'm sorry. I could have told you I would have.
I do not remember if this is like a phone call or if it's just like a text message.
It's just a one-way thing. It's just a once back and forth unless you're gonna go find the rune circle.
Okay.
Which there probably is in a casino.
Did she sound like she was telling the truth?
Make an insight check.
Yeah, okay, let's make an insight check. This lying bitch. My sister
Is this just a
sucks.
lion?
23.
The 23? Not only is she lying, she's in the middle of something. Probably promiscuous at the moment.
Okay. Love that. Love that. Oh, Lord.
Saying, what kind of person makes you walk over and follow them just to walk away after 2 sentences?
Someone who views someone else as below their station.
I told you. I warned you.
Oh, no.
Veda, how do you feel about pranks? And how do you think she would remember me? Is she good for faces of the poor?
Excuse me. Can I have another whiskey? Thank you.
She is a vampire, so she has, when in my family, photographic memories are not out of the ordinary, and my mother never forgets a face.
That just makes it more difficult, but not impossible.
Especially when it comes to me. So.
Okay, I'll think on it. I'll get back to you.
All right. Cool.
We'll get her back. Don't you worry. I see what you're picking. I see what you're laying down back. I get it. I hear you. Yeah.
Why would we wish vengeance upon this woman? She has done nothing to us.
That's not vengeance. It's justice.
And with that, I think we're going to take our 10-minute break. Thank you guys for joining. Welcome back to A Sinner's Dream. Be sure to spend your elf eggs. They get gross and stinky. Foundry, Forge, Tabletop Audio. Got the Nami fundraiser that we've plugged a few times.
Not after this ad read.
It's not a proper ad read, it's just a quick blurb. You jerk. Anyway, let's get back into it, yeah? So, you all are left behind at the bar as Aurelia just kind of waltzes away.
We're not going to mention that ever again, right?
But you think I was going to stab you?
She's not going to stab me.
You said you thought I was going to stab you. When we
Yes,
first met, I thought we
saw-
were having a lovely conversation about the nature of art.
That was after. That was before you really looked at me. I remember quite vividly the look in your eyes.
I will tell you if there's something again, you must understand, it's not my doing. It's just
Something out of
I
your
shouldn't have to
control.
explain nature, I think.
That makes perfect sense.
I hope so. I do not wish you any harm. Or at least I don't wish you to believe so.
Well,
That sounded worse than I meant it to sound. Anyways, Pip, yeah, what time is it? Are we,
It has been approximately 15 minutes.
Oh, dear God.
They don't have any clocks in here, so I'm not entirely sure. But I
They
think,
sure don't.
I think it's been about 15 minutes. So we can either just chill and be bored, or we can find a table.
maybe we find something to eat instead, since all
Oh,
we've
right,
had is
right. You did mention.
hot chocolate and
Multiple
quite
times,
sustenance, and we didn't eat on the train. And
I kind of raise my hand to the barman again.
The kobold behind the bar just kind of, yeah, what do you want?
What would be a real nice restaurant you have in this establishment, or can we order here?
You can order here, or you can go over to one of the tables and use one of the menus that's sitting over there.
Oh, can I see a menu here?
Are you gonna sit at the bar and eat?
Yeah.
Sure. And he slaps a menu down in front of you, paper menu, and it's mostly typical bar food, but it's priced up probably by about 50%.
Oh, wow. Hey, Pip, look, they got that that zucchini stuff that we get at the other place. Want to see what it's like here?
Yeah, sure.
Anybody else want anything?
One
Why is
zucchini
these
stuff.
why is these mozzarella triangles so expensive?
Because the higher clientele, I'm guessing. It's like how you pay more for a cup of coffee in downtown
Outrageous.
than near the office.
Don't worry about it, Wilhelm. We just order what we want. I go down, print some money. We're good.
really want to know what a mozzarella triangle is.
You've ever seen the mozzarella triangles? It's like the fried cheese that are
Yeah,
just
the
triangles.
fried cheese, but like it makes it sound like it's a pizza roll or like a.
It's
Just in the shape of a triangle.
It's just in the shape of a triangle instead. Instead of a
imagine
stick,
a-
it's a triangle.
Yeah, imagine a fried ravioli with a triangle instead of a square.
Oh,
Have you never
not
had
as
that?
elaborate as I had. No.
Are we talking real life or just D&D?
Yes,
D&D.
yeah, you try,
Had
you eat
them
like
in
fried
real life?
mozzarella
No.
at like a good restaurant, and it's not just a stick that's been frozen. Then yeah, just
They're-
typically in a triangle, not a stick full.
Yeah.
That's all.
These, are you ordering some?
We're ordering, yeah, I'll order the.
It is expressly all.
Are
the
we in
entire-
character or out of character right now? I need to know if these triangles are a real thing.
Yes, they are real, but we are
Apparently
not
so.
ordering them above table. We are
Okay.
ordering them on table.
That I understand. I realize I'm not eating mozzarella triangles right now.
Amazing.
It could be.
Amazing.
Yes, they actually do exist.
Okay, cool.
So good too.
I'll be on the lookout.
God damn it.
Fucking show. Okay.
We like our finger foods here on -2 Charisma.
So
Beta
sorry.
just opens it up and like points to something quickly, like without even looking, and just like, this is fine.
There's it is expressly all in Electrum. It's not actually marked out in typical gold notes or silver notes. It's all in Electrum notes.
I have it covered.
You do not.
I can get. Looks at the menu. One triangle.
An order of triangles.
There's no try. It just says fried mozzarella. To be real, to be completely clear.
Order the fried cheese, whatever the lady's having.
Oh my god.
Cup of tea for my armored friend. And do you have any cocoa powder?
No, don't do that. It's
You don't want
just
any?
sad. It's
We
just
can certainly
sad
get some.
now.
No, he doesn't want any. So just like round of teas, some whiskey, and the fixins.
Sure. Yeah. Sure. That'll be.
He like does quick math. You can see his fingers kind of like floating through the air for a moment as he does it.
145 electrum.
Do you get a discount? Pip, show him the card.
Here you go.
No.
All right.
Excellent. I have 33 of that.
Do you take that in gold as well?
Oh, no, actually, could you put it on the Aurelia Bennett tab?
Sure. Absolutely.
They just let anybody put anything on anyone's tab here.
Well,
She was literally just standing right here talking to
You-
you.
Yeah.
The power.
You're right. You're right.
I'm gonna
It's
get
kind
in
of
so
like a-
much trouble.
Well, hey, yeah, could do that.
It's gonna be all her winnings for the night.
Oh.
As you all kind of sit down at the bar, they start bringing out food. They bring out some spinach ravioli. They don't bring out the triangles. They bring out sticks that are kind of powdery as you kind of pull them apart. They don't look delicious at all. They bring the zucchini stuffed ravioli as well, and a few of the actual slices of fried eggplant that go alongside it. It's a pretty solid spread. But you guys are sitting there. You spend about an hour eating before finally a familiar kobold walks up, dressed in a nice tux, and compared to the rest of the fuckers around here. And he's got his spats on, and he's got a small hat that he just tips and says,
Well, you ready for tea?
Sure.
By the way, my name's Spats. Pleasure to meet y'all.
Hello.
Do you work with are you their assistant?
Yes.
Her assistant.
Which her?
Big one.
and he looks over at like one of the larger patrons and goes,
No.
Never mind.
This is the main guy that follows me.
Oh.
he gives you a wink, Veda.
Don't.
Is he a kobold?
Yeah.
Don't flirt.
White kobold,
Spats.
tux that fits perfect, spats on top of his feet.
Very cute.
Mm-hmm.
Spats.
Bow tie.
If you flirt, crystal vapor will never find your body.
I'd like to see you try.
I can take out one of you.
They ain't me, buddy. Let's go.
And he just kind of turns around and like leaves an arm out for Veda.
She'll take it. Why not? We're polite, okay? We're polite.
I just turned him back. What's the point of talking big game? Like, it's just no one, just everyone ignores it.
The fact that every single white, brown-shouldered kobold in here could kill us in a blink of an eye. That's why.
We could take out a good number of them.
Oh yeah, no, I could blow up a good chunk of this building.
I'm not like.
Guys,
well,
I'm literally right here. Why are we talking about destroying my home?
It's just hypotheticals. You know, I'm just saying. You know, you'd never think of this. You ever
believe
look
me,
for
we've run
escape
some
strategies?
drills.
Yes, of course, I'm sure.
Would you like to talk about
It's
the
gonna be
bones
like a
of the
Wilhelm
structure?
contingency, yeah.
Are you aware of the fact that the bones are made of adamantine?
What
Whose?
bones?
I don't actually think that's quite true. I'm
The
a
bones of the house. Come on.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, the structure.
Oh,
yeah.
no.
I'm just like stacking mozzarella sticks and then just grabbing the stack and then starting to walk. I mean, they're dry, but they're all right.
Are you taking the marinara sauce with him?
No, I'll just eat them dry.
Okay,
Oh.
cool.
He just
like-
holds the marinara sauce in his cheek and just takes a little bit out.
I've been holding on to the paper bag like a fucking like.
I was gonna say, who's carrying that?
I have
That's
been
Mac.
the entire time.
Just want to make
Just
sure.
like holding it like a nuke football, man. Just like and stack of mozzarella sticks in the other paw.
You all are led to a set of double doors towards the back that goes into what you assume is probably the hotel. And that assumption is correct as you guys make your way through. The crowd begins to kind of die away from your earshot as the doors close. And pushing into this building, there is a brilliant white marble with black etchings kind of going through them. The actual tiles themselves with a deep gray grout. Atop the tile lies floor runners that are brilliant, just like this brilliant silver with white gilding along the edges. Not gilding, whatever. The actual walls themselves are, in contrast, a deep black that almost look like they just go on forever, shined to a point that is almost impossible. The hallway is long. A few doors kind of exit off in different directions, a deep brown wood as you feel, as you just kind of follow Veda and Spats down. Eventually, he brings you to a set of metal doors that you recognize to be an elevator, taps on it a couple times, and it opens up. And inside there is an old man wearing white robes with a staff in hand that you guys sort of recognize from the party before and downtown for the art gathering. As he just says,
What floor are we going to? We're going to her room. I see.
And he raises up the staff and doors close. The brilliant white on the interior, nauseating. And as you go,
hat on a hat. That's
yep.
all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. As you begin moving down further and further and further, there's a point where your ears pop, but the temperature never changes. Before he stops, finally. It's a good 5-minute ride. It's a exceptionally long elevator ride before he stops.
And we're here. Enjoy your visit.
Taps the door and it opens up into this large cavernous space. That's dark.
As it stops, I slip him 10 gold notes. Say, thank you for your service. And as I do that, I will touch hip on his shoulder and cast protection from energy. Hold.
Nice.
Sweet.
As you all begin making your way into the space, Spats just kind of like snaps a couple times and just like,
where are these fucking idiots at?
And he starts spouting off words in Draconic that are kind of deep and guttural that echo off of the walls before you finally see these soft blue glowing torches begin to across this cavernous space. There's another set of doors that has a large CV emblazoned in this deep crystal.
Oh, what's on a resume?
Walking down the cavernous steps, your footsteps echo off of the walls before you get to these doors. And Spats turns to you all and just says, "Good luck." And he knocks once, and the doors don't move before he just kind of scrambles his way back up the steps very rapidly. And you're left in a large cave full of blue lit torches.
See, I don't like it when they say it like that.
I'm certain she's a lovely woman.
Pip, would you like to take the lead on things, or would you like backup?
Yeah, I'll go ahead. You will. We'll just go.
I just shove the rest of the mozzarella sticks in my mouth.
As you're shoving them into your mouth, the door creaks open and you can hear a voice call from the other side, "Come in!" And
we do.
As you do, you come into a room that's surprisingly warm. It's bizarre. There's a lot of fuzziness to it. There's a bunch of like doilies on like what looked to be antiques. As you walk into something that you would expect to be in your grandmother's house for the most part. Large mirrors that have like faded glass over the top of like this old faded out artwork. You can see like different bowls that would be used to burn incense to a variety of different deities. There's a soft jazz playing from somewhere down the hallway that's very short that turns off, and you can smell this delicious something being fried right now, and you're not sure what, on top of the scent of some kind of pie. You're not sure what kind though. Sweet. And as you turn the corner into the room, into the space, you find yourself in a fairly small living room, for lack of a better description. There is a yellow couch that is a little too fuzzy. There's a green chair that's like that pea green that has like the armrest covers over the top that are multicolored, look like they've probably been crocheted. Same for the couch. There's a couple of crocheted arm covers there too. And a round table set behind it where there are these high arched wooden chairs. The only white thing that you're seeing in here so far is the kitchen floor that you're now able to see as you walk into the living room off to the side. As you can see, this short, elderly woman dressed in basically some semblance of a nightie. You can see like a hairnet holding her hair up inside of it as she just kind of starts shaking things around on a stovetop that is currently lit, and she just says,
"Make yourself comfortable. I'll have the tea ready soon."
Hello. My name's Pip.
I know you. I'm aware of all of you, actually.
Oh, that's
Pardon.
great.
Are you the illustrious Fabaru?
Hey, illustrious is definitely a word.
So yes.
Yes, dear.
We have a gift for you.
Good.
and she finally turns around, and you can see this old woman that is hunched over, just like shuffling her way across, her skin hanging from her arms like in flaps. She has those deep cheeks that almost kind of like roil over the top of her jowls. She looks almost like a bulldog at certain angles, but her eyes are just bright blue.
At that acknowledgement, I will take the gift from Mac, and in perfect form, walk over, do a slight bow, present the gift with both hands.
She takes it.
I didn't know you were going to be delivering anything to me today. Thank you.
If I may, that was a bit of a mistake. We purchased the tea as a gift, and I went to tip the fine gentleman behind the bar, and he came back out with that smaller bag of altered tea,
bonus,
if you will. So, our pleasure.
She reaches into the smaller bag after kind of like pulling it off and tearing it open. She reaches in and pulls out a small bag of what looks like this ground salt. White powder, and she just sits on the counter.
Says, "Thank you. Get bored down here, you understand."
She starts steeping. She like takes some of the tea leaves and puts it into the teapot that's already beginning to whistle. She pulls it off, and
we've got about 5 minutes before that's ready. Tell me, why have you been avoiding me, Pip-Dup?
I wouldn't say avoiding you.
You've been avoiding me. It's okay.
I've been protecting myself. Your reputation as a very powerful and well-respected member of this community precedes you.
Please shut up. There's no need for that.
Your reputation does precede you, and I am very small.
She kind of leans forward down to your face a little bit.
So am I, dear.
Okay.
Miss Bennett. Gonna be surprised to see you here. Vader, dear.
I don't know you.
No. But I know your mother very well. I'm surprised you're here.
She, okay.
I see.
You're dead.
Understandable.
I'm the middle child, so
Oh, I'm aware.
it explains it all, really.
Does. You shouldn't be quite so timid, dear. You're very striking. The other two? I believe it's Ulysses.
Yes, ma'am.
Wilhelm, right?
Yeah, of course. Not
Pleasure
that,
to meet
again,
you.
not that we need to confirm that for you, but the pleasure's all ours.
She puts out a wrinkled hand for you to take.
I take it. Bow slightly.
It is significantly colder than your temperature, to the point where it almost feels like it hurts.
Even me. Interesting. Yeah. So, obviously you have some interest in our friend here. You know everything about us, we know nothing about you.
I don't know everything. I don't know that you're going to like my tea.
I'm sure it will be fine. I've yet to encounter a tea I have not liked.
Ulysses, you've been very quiet.
I'm just letting everybody else talk, ma'am, because, well, to be honest, I'm kind of a simple man, and I just I listen a lot.
A good man. Listening, simple, get things done. I appreciate that. We should talk after this.
If you'd like, absolutely.
I would love to.
She goes over to the counter and like struggles to reach up and grab the teacups that she begins pulling out. You can tell that she's pulling out ones that are a little bit nicer because she's not reaching for the first shelf, and she pulls some off with these nice, beautiful floral arrangements kind of painted onto them.
Ma'am, would you like some assistance with that?
I'm quite all right. I'm very capable, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
And she begins pouring the cups of tea. 5, and she puts them all into a tray. That's like one of the like a crystal tray that she just kind of picks up and brings over to the table and sits it down. And she picks up her teacup and her saucer and sits down at the table.
Would you all join me?
And she on her tea, and it immediately just stops steaming.
Jesus Christ.
Yep. Sure.
I'll pull out the chair for Veda.
Yeah. Just very, I think Beta's just eyes the size of dinner plates.
Yeah.
Just shaking a little bit of drink the tea.
Just push the chair in, sit on down.
Pip is just tense. Just ready to bounce.
Wilhelm's surprisingly comfortable.
He's like, finally, some decent AC.
My God.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Dylan with the shot.
Just sips her tea quietly, watching you all.
Yeah, I will partake of the tea. Is it good?
Yeah.
Is it people flavor?
It's very rich and robust. The strawberries give a nice hint of sweetness to it that doesn't require a whole lot of sugar behind it.
Go
And
on a
it's
trip
just-
with Granny.
Yeah, pretty much. And it's just
Oh,
delicious.
it's specialty.
I need everyone to roll Constitution saving throws, please.
Oh my god.
I thought we would have noticed it with a specialty even put in.
You guys sat there.
Oh, Lord.
Watch. She pulls
Oh
it.
shit, I forgot that.
She didn't pull out of the small bag, did she?
Yes.
Crap.
She did not open the big bag at all.
Oh,
Probably not enough.
missed, just whiffed that.
Oops.
Oh God.
I gotta pull it up again, my bad.
I have a 17 Constitution.
Oh, that's not bad.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, what did you roll?
A
You got a 7.
7.
Oh.
I thought my 16 was going to be not so great, but no. Bro. Ooh.
This could go bad for me.
Posting in the Discord.
We'll wait for.
I'm going. I'm loading in.
Mm-hmm.
Constitution. I never know how to do this. Oh my god.
If you click on the word Constitution, it'll
Oh right,
bring up
saving
ability.
throw. Okay.
There you go.
21.
All right.
16.
So Pip
It's the one
and
person
Veda,
that needs to remain in control at all times. It's about to lose his shit. This is going well.
all of you are still tense, though. Wilhelm, as you take a sip of the tea, you can feel it immediately begin to like warm your interior a touch further before it begins to very quickly cool it off. As you feel a sudden calmness, though not quite like it was when you drank that potion before. The edge is taken off. I'll tell you what you see as time moves forward.
So, madam, it's delicious, by the way, of course. What interest do you have in our friend here? That he would have to, spend his entire life escaping your sight?
Oh, that's impossible. First off.
Well, attempting, as you.
Second. Pip,
Yes.
do you remember where you come from?
Saint Bahamut?
In a way, yes.
Okay.
No, also no. I had a...
Do you mean after that?
before that, technically.
No, that my earliest memory is in Saint Bahamut.
It's a shame, really. You were very quite beautiful when you were an egg. Very gem-like. I just wanted to see how you're doing, that's all. I like to keep track of my things.
Ha, okay. Cool.
So
great.
The pit belongs to you, then. He has some possession there, yeah? Wilhelm's just like leaning forward, just like engaging in conversation,
As you start talking to her, her eye begins to like swell a little bit outward, almost long and tube-like. Just one.
Oh no! Wait.
Only Wilhelm
That's-
sees that.
It's only Wilhelm. I hate
Oh
that.
no!
We have just lost cabin pressure. Or at least Wilhelm has.
Oh, we're gonna die. We're gonna die.
Fear and loathing in Kasmar.
Well,
Get me the fucking golf shoes! Yeah, suddenly Wilhelm goes full fucking Hunter Thompson. Yep.
I'm gainfully employed.
You'll always be part of the family, son. If you need anything,
What does that mean?
if you need anything, get a hold of me. That's all. Just wanted to see you. Sentimental.
So you're
Like,
not
I'm
gonna
gonna look
kill
over
him?
at Pip. I'm like, Pip, are you
As you look at
a
Pip,
dragon?
yeah, I was about to say that you actually see scales kind of like beginning to go across the top of his eyes and like where those.
So I just
where
like
the-
think
where
it. I don't even try to say it. I just think it, and yeah, and Pip's just morphing into a white dragon, grung, like
Slowly.
a kobold.
Like a white grung.
I don't know what that means. I appreciate the concern. It's a a familiarity I didn't know you had with. What does that mean?
You're mine.
Pip, I think you were adopted.
Your egg was in my possession, and it was stolen from me.
But that doesn't mean that you own Pip.
How is it? Who steals from you?
Someone very stupid.
Okay.
You can see Granny beginning to like tense up a bit.
Okay. Not super well versed on the laws. I kind of just look to the others. Are people like finders keepers? Kind of
She
situation?
slams the table with one hand with a surprising amount of force, and just like rises slowly and just says,
Regardless as to the law, what is mine is mine.
Ma'am, as you
I
very
see
well
someone
know,
can't handle their tea.
I don't know. This is wild.
it is progressively getting worse as the walls are beginning to move.
as you know, we are investigators, and is there a way that we can? I mean, obviously, you know who did this. Can we investigate anything for you and like try and make amends from that person towards you?
Oh, my dear Ulysses, my young Ulysses. I get even fairly quickly whenever things go against me.
Fair enough.
You see, if you do not strike quickly, it will only become more of a nuisance.
I have a very, very honest understanding of things like that.
I thought you might. I just, in all sincerity,
And she gets like a certain softness to her face as she looks at you, Pip.
I just wanted to know that you were okay.
Yep, so far so good.
He's actually very capable. He's one of our finest.
It is undoubtedly true. Look at him. Handsome, young, agile.
Yup.
He wields a mean cheese knife, let me tell you.
Oh, I've heard. Granted, Carrick deserves that. He's a bit of a twit.
You should know he was very loyal the whole time and gave up zero
He
information.
crawled away like a fucking coward.
That is true.
But he also told us nothing.
If you were caught, you don't return. Don't you understand this?
No, I know. But, you know, just as a consolation for the deceased.
Not quite.
Oh, okay. You know, he didn't say anything.
Well, are you okay? You seem to be struggling.
I think it's just warm in here for anybody else, and like literally, I'm like steam is starting to come off him now in the room, and like the runes on his arms are starting to glow and light up. I feel like this whole place is kind of moving around me. And can you not turn my friend into a monster? Because I don't know why you are so interested in him. Is he your son or something, or a possession? Maybe a statue? I don't know, Mac. Are you a statue? Something is happening to me. This is not great. I'm really having a hard time here, and this is not normal.
I think we're just gonna get him out of here. Thank you very much for your hospitality. You know, obviously, I gotta take care of our friend here who's not feeling very well. If you need anything, I guess just let me know.
Of course.
I'll be in touch. And she materializes a small crystal in the air. She places it on the table in front of you, Pip.
I will take
I'll
it.
be in contact.
Okay. I will take
Whatever
it.
you say, Barstool. But I am going to leave here with my friends, and I don't care what you have to say about it.
Okay. Everything's fine.
Beta, Pip,
Just
if you
taking his
please
arm
Yep.
and just giving a little pat.
escort
Stop
Wilhelm.
grabbing me with all those hands, Veda.
I'll join you. I'll join the three of you in a moment.
And she just kind of like looks over at you, Mac, and just goes,
He's going to need some more food and water.
I figured.
Water?
But
Okay.
Pip,
Would-
make sure that he has water, please. Yeah.
Wilhelm, start drinking this. I'm standing. I'll take a water.
You can't drink a hamburger, okay?
It's not a head. Just try. Try it. You never know.
It's like the cocoa. It's another
it's-
indulgent
it's-
thing. Is this what
it's
rich people
great.
do? We drink hamburgers now?
I'm not a rich person. No. I carry four skins, four like things of water on me.
Carry
This is
four
one of them.
skins.
Yeah,
Wow.
I regretted that.
Oh
I
God!
regretted it immediately.
Noted. Taking note of that.
4 waters. It's an important spell component. You wouldn't understand. It's water generation, apparently. I don't
I am
know.
not drinking out of those.
These ones don't even have poison in them. Just drink them.
I think Veda is just standing up and like trying to tug at his shoulder, like, all right, I have fruit snacks in my bag.
What's happening to us? What is Veda to me right now?
Punch him until he feels better.
Veda, her skin is very tight and very white against her face. But her hands are black, like the night. And there are many of them, as you said.
I smash my arms together and cast Turn Undead.
Nothing happens for anybody.
Good.
Layer actions. Layer actions.
Hold on just a moment, and you watch as the little old lady begins to stand up, and as she does, she begins to get physically younger and a little bit taller as her body stretches and malforms a bit before it begins to reform. You can hear this. You can, yeah. You can see this. You can hear the popping of her bones as she begins to stretch, as she becomes this lithe young lady standing there in that granny's nightie with the hair cap still on.
So she gets hot for Mac, is what you're saying.
And she walks over
Wow.
to Wilhelm and grabs a hold of your arm and just says, "Come with me, dear. It'll be
I have
easy
never
this way."
played with a pachyderm. I will not stop staring at him.
As she grabs a hold of your arm, it is surprisingly
Oh my
strong,
God.
like intensely strong. And she just, without any effort, just yanks you towards the door and just says, "Pip, grab a drink, please. Veda, Miss Bennett, we'll need those fruit snacks."
I'll grab water and I will take some mint out of my herbalism kit and put it in there. Just make a quick little, refreshing beverage.
Little green juice, yeah, very cute.
Yeah.
With your finger.
Some kombucha, yeah.
No, I know
Little
better.
kombucha. All right. She gets the three of you outside and like closes the door loudly as it just kind of slams behind you all. She turns back around, and as she comes back around the corner, she's back to that hobbling old lady, Mac, and she just says,
Ulysses, tell me, how many people have you put into jail?
To be quite fair, I've lost count.
Give me a guesstimate.
Probably in the mid-50s, I would assume, being my previous career and this one. I don't know how many of them were employees of yours.
After she finishes her cup, she goes over to Wilhelm's cup and starts sipping on it.
The majority of them were from the Outlands.
Right.
With my previous career.
Tell me, would you be interested in tailing someone for me?
To be honest, ma'am, that is what we do best.
Right. But you in particular are simple. Not the others.
I do have that capability, yes, ma'am. If you give me a name and a general description and where they are, I can do my best for you.
I'd like you to look into Aurelia Bennett a little bit deeper, please.
Am I hearing this?
No.
Okay.
We're outside with
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Fun Man.
I'm sorry, Matt. Did you say Madam Bennett, Veda's mother?
Indeed.
The one we met earlier. Okay. Anything particular I should be watching for?
I've been wondering what she's been doing on those hospitals of hers. There have been people that I have sent in that have not returned.
Oh, that's slightly unnerving. I happen to have, as you probably know, kin that is at one of the halfway homes for the disabled.
I was unaware.
Really?
Thank you, though. I appreciate the
Oh
information.
no.
I'm surprised that someone of your connectivity did not know that. Shit. Pardon my language.
Understandable. Seems like you're very protective of this one.
I am. And I will happily do this for you. But please, any information you would want on that individual, don't hesitate to ask me. I would prefer it to anyone else knowing, if you kind of get my drift.
Discretion. Would you like me to move him up here?
No, he's actually quite happy where he is. He's been there for a number of years, and good ice cream shop around the corner.
Oh, we have brilliant ice cream here. I make a good homemade vanilla.
I do not doubt that at all. But he's of a nature that if his surroundings change too much, he tends to be a little bit uncontrollable.
So no tea then?
She jokes.
Oh, definitely not. No, thank you, ma'am. I'm actually surprised that Wilhelm had that kind of reaction, to be completely honest. But yes, is there anything specific about her actions, or just where your constituents may have gone?
Yes, that's about it.
Okay.
If you could tell me where they went, that would be helpful, to say the least.
Is there a way I can contact you directly, or would you like me to go through Spats and his kin?
Spats, please.
Okay, understandable. Would you happen to have a copy of his room that I could take down so I can contact him directly?
She produces a small crystal in the shape of a C out of thin air and hands it to you, and just says,
"Give this to him. He'll know what it means."
Understood. Is there anything else I can help you with?
No.
Well, I thank you kindly for allowing us to come into your abode. It is a lovely place you have here, as well as the casino downstairs. We made sure that Pip's card did not go into the negatives.
No, he's got more money than he knows what to do with.
That is a good point. We introduced him to hot chocolate today, and I think he liked it.
That's good. You take good care of my boy. If you ever need anything, go down to the banks in downtown and take Spats. He'll know what to do.
Oh my God, it's Harry Potter.
Understood. Well then, ma'am, I will. Right on. I will no longer take up any of your time, and I'm going to go make sure Wilhelm doesn't start doing something stupid.
Oh, and there is a limit that he can pull. Just be aware.
Oh, no, I'm a simple man.
Right.
I don't...
You're a simple man. I expect you to take good care of my Pip-Dop.
Absolutely. You want to be honest? He's actually saved my life twice.
Unsurprising. I want you to take care of him.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
This point,
enjoy your tea.
Wilhelm now has the elevator wizard up against the wall. Right, he's got his spiritual weapon is now out. His flaming sword in the elevator. He has cast Zone of Truth. He said, "Tell me what you did with that nice old bar stool."
Pip is hanging from his arm. He's surprisingly strong right now.
The wizard is just sitting there like,
well, dear, if you gave me my staff, I could possibly show it to you again.
I'm not falling for your tricks again.
Well, what the hell's going on here? Whoa. Wilhelm, remember the weird
I'll
shit?
get to you in a second.
You drank the tea, man. You drank the special tea. You're acting really fucking weird. Drink the water that fucking Pip get for you. Whatever Pip, the small thing that is talking like Pip, that's Pip. You're seeing things, man.
He spilled the water.
You look like Mac's cowboy hat, but I don't know why you're speaking to me. But I will tell you this. Whatever this is not Pip, it is a disguise. It's one of those kobolds in a Pip costume. There's maybe 4 of them. This multi-hand thing is some evil from the 9
nothing
hells.
but hands.
And this wizard knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Hand for a face, like the whole thing.
Is Spats around?
No.
Wilhelm, I need you to chew on these herbs, please.
I'm just yeah. But yeah, I don't know if you saw the one I rolled earlier. That was my wisdom.
I did.
Yeah.
I know.
Oh, amazing.
That's why it's great.
So I'm in it, guys. So
Can I do like a medicine check or a nature check to give him some herbs to like not alleviate this? I can't cure this, but just to help him focus enough to get out of the building.
Roll a medicine check.
Okay.
Wilhelm's going into a K-hole right now, and it's not fun.
Okay.
I disagree. It's fun.
Yeah, now imagine that same hole, but when you have Fireball at your disposal.
Right.
My medicine is awful, but I still rolled a 16, so that's good. 16.
Okay, so with the 16, you take some of that mint that you had, and you like start to rub it against your fingers really, 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 really tight, and then kind of gets into the goop in your fingers, and you kind of like take it for a moment, sniff it. Sure enough, it's potent. And as you stick it up underneath his nose and just wipe it across the bottom of his, like right across that top lip, like vapor rub, it just immediately begins to fill your senses, Wilhelm, as you just kind of everything kind of slows down a bit, and you can kind of see the outline of Mac in the cowboy hat, and you can see that the scales are beginning to kind of like fall off of Pip and reveal the normal Pip below, and the hand falls down across Veda's face as you can see it now. And you look back at the bar stool that you're holding up against the wall. You can see the beard begin to kind of sprout from the from that top rung.
Yeah, we'll sort of gently put him down, pat him a little bit.
That's
how did it go?
My shoulders. Can I have my robe back? What did you do with?
Did the meeting go well?
Can I have?
Please
go into the corner and like pick the guy's robe up
man.
And hand it to the guy.
Thank you. I'm nervous to leave this spot.
What does he need?
The meeting went well. This is not gonna last forever. We need to get you not here and
what did
better.
she want from you, Mac?
She just wanted to ask me about Pip and make sure that I take care of him.
What? Really?
Yeah, I mean,
I
it would
thought
have
for
been
sure you were gonna have sex with the dragon.
No, definitely not. And
the
it would have been you too, Wilhelm, but you were kind of out of it.
Truce is up, so it was a good call.
Oh wait, are we in the zone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, let me just roll. What is that? Wisdom?
Yep. Beta.
I'm fail.
Wisdom.
She automatically she's choosing to fail it.
Okay.
I rolled 6. Pip tried.
Okay.
Mac, you gonna roll it?
Right. Let's see. With my wisdom bonus, it's a wisdom saving throw, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. +1. That would be a total of 2.
Oh
Nice.
no.
DC would be a 15, but either way, I mean, that's it truthfully. So
Yeah, I did say the truth.
You did.
Pip did too. I thought you were having sex with a dragon.
All right. Good. Yeah. Good. We should probably get out of here.
Yeah.
I started looking at the stuff under Wilhelm's nose, and I
That
look
rub
at
is
Pip
temporary.
and go, Pip, is that your?
There's some other
no.
stuff too.
Yep. Time to go.
It's fine. It just helps to clarify the brain. It really brings you into the moment. Problem is, it only lasts for about 5 minutes. So
That's actually illegal, right? You can get in trouble for using. It's very dangerous.
I used plants and a little bit of poison. It's fine.
Can you take us back up? Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
He takes a step, and he starts making getting you guys back up.
It's a natural remedy. Smelling salts. This is like grung smelling salts.
What is illegal? Are you saying we did something illegal?
No.
Yes, but no.
Everything's fine. It's
How
great.
long does Zone of Truth last?
10 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, I did something illegal. We technically all did something illegal, but it was illegal because she did it to us without our
10
knowledge.
minutes, yeah.
So yes, Wilhelm, we did something illegal.
Oh man,
I did
I
two
can't believe
things
she
that
just
were
drugged
illegal.
me. It's very perceptive. That one.
I think
I-
you just have a very weak constitution, actually.
Maybe she just gave more to him.
Have you ever taken drugs, Wilhelm?
I have never in my life taken a drug. Thank you.
Besides this moment, have you ever been drugged?
Well, how would he know?
I mean, you kind of know.
I don't know if I
afterward.
would forget what just happened.
Yeah. Oh, it's still happening, Wilhelm. Mine's a 5-minute cure. It's not. It's gonna come back. But now you know we're
At
real.
least we're here
coming
now.
And he opens up the door as you guys start making your way down through the hallway.
Max
Spats
just knock
is-
me unconscious.
I can do it one more time, but after that you risk brain damage.
All right. And I just pull out a pistol and I pistol whip him on the back of the head.
Oh my god. What is happening?
Are you letting it happen, Wilhelm?
Yeah, I sure am. Yeah.
Yep, sure enough. Poof, right, just collapses there in the middle of this brilliant hallway. A little trickle of red just kind of like pouring down off the back of his head.
Just take out my handkerchief,
That's blood.
put it on there, and kind of just grab him. Like, right, we need to see Spats. We need to get the hell out of here.
You just bundle him up like a purse.
I feel like
Yeah, I
Max-
just-
I feel like Max
Just-
surprisingly, Max not that strong. I feel like twice.
I just said I could give him 5 more minutes. Why'd you knock him out right now?
He asked to.
Okay. How about
But I will tell you, as soon as he passes out, all that light that's building up around the tattoos and everything just dissipates. So
Remember last time all that happened? We don't want that happening here.
you know what? You're right. That's okay. Here, why don't you take him outside? What you need for the spats, I'll do whatever you need. I'll go grab
Just have him come talk to me because I got to give him one of these things, and then she said that he'll know what to do with it.
Okay, I will just run to the nearest kobold
Okay.
while they're slowly making their way out and say, hey, we need spats.
Yeah, as you go around the corner down that long hallway, Spats is pacing at that door before the casino, like checking a pocket watch every once in a while. And as you kind of approach, he just goes,
Oh, what happened?
He
Is everything
started.
okay?
Yeah, he started tripping balls on the tee, and he asked me to knock him out, so I did. Sorry if there's a little blood back there, but I just kind of, yeah. By the way, I reach in. She told me to give you this. Yeah.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And he takes it and just kind of eats it.
It's just made of ice.
Yeah, but she what?
Mm-hmm.
Check the one I have. Is it melting?
No, it's not melting. It's cold.
Huh.
So like, okay, if I'm supposed to like get in touch with you about anything, how's this gonna happen?
No, don't worry about it. And he pulls out and he kind of like starts shuffling around inside of his jacket. Gets inside, pulls out a thin paper card that's been laminated, and he hands it to you. And it just has a stylized CV on it.
Okay.
Take that to the bank and you get what you need.
No, I'm not talking about a bank. I'm talking about she told me if I have to talk to anybody like her, that I talk to you.
Sure.
But I have to talk to you first.
Sure.
So how do I do that?
Hang around in the shopping district long enough, you'll find me.
Okay, got it. You don't have like a rune or something I can talk to?
Nah.
Yeah, all right.
Okay, well that's cryptic and weird. Let's go get him out of here.
Yeah, it is. Okay.
Good luck.
Mm-hmm. Real quick, how many people actually come out of T?
Majority.
Oh, that's good. We're on the right side.
Usually
Well, that depends on the call.
on the call.
Got it.
Okay.
All right, time to lug this boy somewhere else.
We'll be in touch.
And he kind of closes the door behind you all as you all are now carrying Wilhelm through the casino.
Mm-hmm.
Maida, make a perception check.
Okay. Perception. Roll. No, that one. Oh Lord.
That's good. Okay, you're very worried about Wilhelm as you guys are making your way through the casino.
I'm gonna start looking around. Is anybody looking at us weird that I'm carrying
everybody
a dude?
is. Everybody is. Make a perception check.
Okay.
I will say a little too loud. I
Can't believe he drank that much. He knows he's weak to alcohol.
14.
Oh, and for reference, I am not a small person.
No.
No. By no means.
Nope.
I do have a strength of 13 though, so I can
Make a
kind of
deception
look-
check, Pip. With a 13, as you're kind of glancing around.
14.
14.
I feel like somewhere in my subconscious I know that Pip is now defaming my name.
Not very well. It's an 11.
Okay. Mac.
Yeah.
Aurelia is following you all out slowly at a distance.
Oh no.
Enough to the point where it's just kind of like keeping track of you, curious more than anything else. Yep. Nobody questions you.
Sweet.
It is. As you all make your way back out into the cold, cold air of the mountain.
As soon as we're walking out, I will turn around and just tip my hat to Aurelia.
She smiles, that sharp-toothed smile, and gives you a wink before she just disappears into the crowd, almost as if she was never there.
Who are you looking at?
No, Veda's mom was tailing us as we were leaving.
What?
Yep.
What?
Yep.
Okay. Seems weird, man. I mean, overall, it went well, I think. But
Yeah, didn't go too bad. We're all alive. We're not, ice statues.
yeah, does anybody know how long this stays in his system?
Well.
Make a medicine check.
Beta or me?
Anybody?
Okay.
Who's got that
Not
medical
it.
degree?
You don't
I
have the
don't
degree
have my
yet.
No.
thing. Okay, that's true. Fair play. Let's see. I don't have the thing
Devin.
pulled up.
7? No idea.
I believe my thing is a +7, so 13. It could be a few hours, it could be minutes. It's just.
You have a +5. So with a 13,
+5. Okay.
It might be an hour from the initial imbibing.
It'll wear off though. At least it will.
Okay, I'll go get his tickets on the train.
I got my pass. It's all right.
Yeah, 3 tickets.
I will dig through Wilhelm's pockets and use his money.
Amazing.
Hey, Wilhelm, mark off 5 gold notes.
Yeah, and just so you know, Pips, there's not a lot there.
Maybe.
Wow.
He literally had to move in with Harold.
Maybe I go to do that, and then I'm like, oh.
No, I have
Okay,
160. I have 160 gold.
Okay, cool. You've got more than me. That's the important part.
I haven't said. I just handed out. I'm just giving it to people. Actually, no, because I forgot I slipped that guy 10. I have 150, so I have 145.
Okay, we're good then. But that's all I take. Just have to cover the train.
This feels like a good spot to end it for tonight, so let's end it here tonight.
And
as you
just
all
let
are
this be a
getting on
lesson
the train.
to all the kids out there. You ever going to have tea with a dragon?
No.
Prepare, purify food, and drink.
Dude!
Oh yes.
You armored up for combat, didn't you?
I did.
God damn it!
I
You
most
knew-
certainly did. Protection
You
from
knew we were
energy. Yeah, all of it. Yep.
Amazing.
Well, thank you guys so much for joining us for a Sinner's Dream. I hope you all enjoyed it thus far. In a couple of weeks, we'll have Harold back. And we have, well, I'll go through all the bullshit. So, while you get your last minute elf eggs in for your game or your dice, go ahead and get that done now. If you've been with us all evening, you have enough elf eggs now to get at least 1 dice entry in.
I don't. Damn it.
I got mine in earlier.
I'm just short.
That's the thing is you have to make it. You have to be active and click that little bonus button.
I've been looking at it. I've been clicking the
Oh,
little
hey,
thingy.
no.
Thanks for telling me because I gotta get that. Yeah, thanks. So anyway, thank you. Thank you all for joining us. Get your elf eggs in now for those 2 giveaways. Big shout out to our sponsors, Foundry, where you saw the new overlaid dice in the corner. If you're paying attention, it was pretty cool. We figured that out this weekend. It's pretty great. Thank you guys for figuring that out. We're pretty excited for using that. Okay, we're rolling more, and there's going to be a lot on the screen very shortly. Yeah, see just a bunch of dice all over everything. But anyway, fantastic. Thank you so much, Faulty. Please be sure to tune in for our charity stream in a couple weeks. Check it and tune into all of our streams we've got. What do we got this week? We have Plastic Cougar on Thursday, and we have Strahd on Sunday. Skip next Monday for ASD, and then rinse repeat. That's what we do. That's what we do around here. We rinse repeat. It's great. That said, Forge, Foundry, go check them out if you're interested in how we run our games. If you ever need any help, jump in our Discord. We'll help you out. There are not just me and Jason anymore, but I know Soul could probably help you out a little bit too if we aren't available. We've got a mess of people in there that are willing to work with Foundry and help anybody out with it because it's a great VTT and everybody should be using it. Yeah. You want to roll and see who gets that?
I already did.
Oh boy. Who
gets the awesome, only negatively reviewed game?
Listen, it was positive.
Yeah.
I just only read 1 negative review. It was all that was on there.
Right, and
so
you said good enough. That's great.
Good enough, yeah. So Angelus Mortis, 13. Congratulations on your alien way.
Congrats.
Great work. And I will send that key over to you. Let us know. Like I said, it's reviewed positively. Maybe write like a nice review because it looks like the only person that's written a review of it is the 1 negative one.
Yeah,
I like the fact that that he just posted, or they just posted, Pip, you lost the game, and they just won one.
Yeah.
You know,
I lost the game.
It's actually a wonderful bit of serendipity as he just got his first gaming computer.
Beautiful. Well, this is definitely not the game for your first gaming computer, but
it's a good test run. If it can run this,
it'll really pad out that
Even
Steam
my
library.
computer can run this game.
Yep.
right,
Anyways, thank you guys so much. Let's somebody want to roll, figure out where we're rating.
My vote is Pip because he didn't die.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, it's the black dice. It's the hardest one to see. I don't know why I rolled it. 6.
6.
Where are we headed?
Where are we going? Are you counting or am I?
You, please.
Okay.
Sick, Chuck.
Since a suplex online D&D session with I don't know, with giveaway Valley of Dreams. Oh, they're just now getting ready to start.
Sensei suplex.
Sensei underscore suplex.
Oh, they're about to raid Party of 2.
Oh,
So-
well, we can just go to Party of 2 then.
Yeah, let's just go Party of 2. Or we could go raid B Dave and hang out with Harold.
Oh, you know what?
yeah.
That's a great idea.
Yeah,
Let's
that's
go
a great
support
idea.
Harold.
Let's go do that.
So what is it, B Dave?
Yeah, that's right. The
I
D&D
think
Beyond.
I think that's a better idea. Let's just validate my role. It sounds great.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
Pip, I invalidated your entire meeting, and I didn't mean to, so I am so sorry.
And the next time you meet the dragon, she's going to invalidate your life. So
Yeah,
it's
I
great.
found out I have a powerful grandma and nothing else.
Powerful rich grandma. Thank you.
And I'm the only fucking poor guy now.
Yeah.
I have a credit card to a dragon's bank.
You do.
This is fucking weird.
We
man.
already had unlimited money, guys.
I know.
Oh my god, Mac is Hagrid.
Now we have.
All right. Well, while you guys figure that out,
Now
I'm gonna
we have
go
money above and below.
cry myself to sleep. We'll see all of you on Thursday for Plastic Cougar, Sunday for Curse of Strahd, and again, we've got a ton of charity stuff coming up this month, so stick around. Thank you guys for donating, Faulty. Thank you guys out there for supporting, and we will catch you next time.
Bye. Blurry hands.